were actually thinking maybe something closer to home. We
Okay,
heard there was
closer.
an issue with the sewers.
Oh, the sewers. All right, you're just starting out. I get it. All right, I won't pressure you into these higher rank assignments. That's fine. We've got my first sewer cleaning assignments available. Don't worry. Um, so where would you put yourselves in the weight class? Are you okay with sturges? Or could I trouble you for something a little tougher? Where do we draw the line exactly? Would a troll warren be too much? Just let me know what you're comfortable with.
Afro looks super pained. Like, just, it hurts inside.
You see, there's a lot of sewers. Our city's actually pretty famous for them. Because this here being like a river floodplain sort of situation, not the best place to build a city, but you know how the legend goes with the fighting the trolls and the dagger, and he thrust it down into the earth, and he said, "This is where we're building the town." And at that point, it was kind of like, I guess that's where they're building the fucking town. So
Do you have anything that is geographically close to us? We're eager to get started today.
Oh, you mean like right beneath our feet, in the
Perhaps.
shadow of Daggerford Keep?
Yeah, we want to protect the Duchess. Seems like she's doing a pretty good job. You know,
Oh,
we're heroes. You know.
He points to the wall where you see a lovely painting of her staring down at everyone, and he says,
she certainly has. What a blessing! What a gift! Ah,
Yep,
her
a
brother,
gift.
he would never donate money to our guild to pay out adventurers. We were always having to ask for donations. And I'll tell you what, shaking my boot from door to door and trying to convince people that they should be donating to keep the sewers clean, it was not my favorite thing to do.
Could it not be just a part of your taxation of the city? I mean, that is a common good to keep the sewers clear,
Right,
much like the
right,
town bar.
and Lady Daggerford has done so we don't have to carry the boot around no more.
Ah,
Af returns to glare at Pietro, like, why would you keep the talking men talking?
Except for Jimmy. Jimmy, he's old school. He takes that boot around every 30th day of the month and he just asks for those donations. And he tells the horror stories about hags stealing babies and the time that big black dragon almost destroyed everyone and all of that. It's scaring people.
So about the sewers.
Ah, yes, the sewers. Well, the sewers near the keep, we generally keep them pretty cleaned out, so this shouldn't be too tricky for you. Therefore, I can't really offer you that much. But if you do run into something big and nasty, you could certainly bring me back evidence of the deed, and I could pay you a commensurate around amount of money.
That sounds great. We're kind of just looking for experience, you know, so we're not too worried about the gold.
I get it, cutting your teeth, getting started, trying
Yep,
out the life of an adventurer. That's
that's
really
us.
sweet.
That's us.
Mm. You do seem very well equipped for beginners. You must come from some very wealthy families.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Oh well, if that's the case, yeah, certainly, certainly. You head over to Water Street, and then you just head down into the sewers. Here, you're gonna want to take this with you in case anybody gives you strange looks.
and he hands you like a little sign that you can like hang around your neck. So like twine and like a wooden sign, and it says adventurer.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I've got one for everybody. Here you go. Just wear these, and they'll see it, and they'll. It's sort of like when you're learning to drive a cart for the first time, and you put the the new driver sign up so nobody gives you a hard time on the road.
Sorry, I can't wear that. I
Oh,
was kind of
oh,
studying
do you have
if
some
I.
sort of religious belief?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, is there like
A
something I can
hat.
put in a
Don't
pocket?
worry. Here you
No,
go.
no, can't wear that
And he
either.
takes out a hat. You see kind of like some lice jumping off of the hat, and he's like,
Yeah.
This will.
it's bright yellow, and it says in purple font, "Adventurer." It kind of like starts at the tip. It's like a cone-shaped hat, and it like winds its way down to the bottom.
No, I can't wear
No?
that either. No,
Ah.
it's a religious thing. Do you have
Well.
like something I can put in a wallet? You know, like a ID or something?
Boy, that would be a lot smarter than these signs.
I'm gonna snatch the sign from him and drape it over Jenna's neck. Like,
I'm
you know,
gonna,
it'd
I'm
be
gonna
fine.
firebolt the rope that falls off.
Well,
It's
why
not-
don't you just carry the sign and just show it to people if you need to?
Okay.
We
Thank
call
you, we can
that a
do
compromise.
Garuda, please carry this for me.
So Garuda
Thank
put
you.
his sign on, then puts Jenna's
Now,
sign
I
on
would
behind
ask that when you head down into the sewers, you close the entrance behind you. We don't want any kids or dogs falling down there.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. You put in a good day's work. Come back to me with whatever trophies you manage to find, and I'll pay you out a fair wage.
Sounds great.
All right. All right. Can I interest you in any healing potions or antitoxins?
Hello, sorry.
Hello.
This is
Yeah.
what they call the upsell.
Why did you
What's
say
What's the going
antitoxins?
rate for potions and antitoxin?
Well, don't tell the Alchemist Guild, but I actually sell them at fair market value, -1. So 49 gold apiece. And if you buy 10, I'll throw in one for free.
Why did you bring up antitoxins?
Oh, well, I mean, you're going into foul sewers. The creatures that like to live down there are very poisonous.
I will buy 2 of each.
I'll just buy 11 potions.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, the 10, the deal.
Sure.
Do we want antitoxins too? It'd probably be good to have antitoxins too.
It's a mix and match situation. So
Oh, okay. So we could do like 5 and 6
sure.
or something.
This guy seems very
Yeah.
agreeable.
He brought it up.
I've got plenty of healing potions at the moment. I'd be more interested in having an antitoxin.
All right. Well, you guys know your own money and stuff, so just mark off as you see fit. I'm trying to find the sewers real quick. Campaign's getting pretty big.
So it sounds like Jenna's buying some for the group, or am I misinterpreting?
Oh no, that was all my personal. Actually, out of my personal gold. If the group needs some,
What
I
was
can
I
buy
thinking?
some.
Of course, it's all for her personal use.
No, it's so I can give to people, of course.
As the party quartermaster, you never have to explain yourself, okay?
Honestly, all this
Yeah.
gold is mine.
But isn't that how fraud happens?
The first
if
word
you
is
were- if-
embezzlement.
If you want to put in a request to get potions bought for you,
In the 26 years I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons, I could tell you 100% of all party quartermasters are embezzling.
I'm not embezzling. I have a separate gold. Please look up my character sheet
If,
for everyone that I have
if-
separate gold.
If you have
Right.
concerns about how the party inventory is being handled, I believe the position is definitely open and available for anybody that wants to take it.
It is.
I'm okay with embezzlement.
Yeah. It
But,
was even worse back in third edition and earlier when you had an appraisal skill, and more than likely the only person who had appraisal was the party rogue, and the party rogue was also the party
Oh,
treasurer,
no.
treasurer and quartermaster. And
That's
you
like
would
giving
say,
the junkie, control of
Oh,
the
yeah.
stash.
and I would hand all of the value of the loot to that one person, and that one person would decide to tell the others how much it was worth. So, see, there are other ways to steal from the party than picking their pockets. See, I mean, that's smart Rogan right there. Smart Rogan.
Yeah.
All right.
No, yeah. If you need potions and you're out of money, we could probably get you some. Just let me know.
Nah, it's
Now.
fine.
I'm out of money, but I have 7 healing potions.
Okay. How's everyone else doing? Let's do a quick one around. Garuda, how many potions you got?
1.
All right, so we're gonna buy 3 potions for Garuda. How many do you have, Astraeus? Not Astraeus. I'm sorry, Davey.
I just bought myself 2 healing potions and 2 antitoxins. I have enough money. I'm good.
All right, Willow, do you want some backups? I know you're a cleric.
Hmm.
All right, we're getting 4 more
Let's see.
for Willow.
No,
Alright.
I just
Yo,
hold
there's
on,
no
I
such
just
thing
checked
as
my
too
inventory.
many.
I had 4 spell scrolls of cure wound. Just
Okay.
I don't think I need potions.
All
Now
right.
that I think about it, if I die, someone can't use a cure wound scroll on me though.
Well, everyone's got potions.
All right, everyone's got 4 potions. Cool.
Yeah, 3 more for Garuda. We'll buy.
All right.
Oh.
Do you guys all are you guys all wearing potion bandoliers? Because that's upsell stage 2. If he notices you don't have any.
I already have a potion bandolier.
I'm
from-
I'm
I have
pretty
one,
sure we
too.
already have them.
I think I have
All
one.
right. All right.
I
Fair
don't
enough.
have one, but how much do they cost? And I'll buy one because
15 gold.
that's like pocket change. Alright, cool. Yeah, I'll
Okay.
buy a potion bandolier.
Yeah. As far as clothing prices go, it's grossly overpriced for what you're getting. But it is like the fashion trend of the Sword Coast right now is potion bandoliers. Ever since Blood Hunters came along with their hella potions, like potion bandolier is like,
sweet.
what's up? Back in 4th edition, the potion bandolier actually did something. It allowed you to use potions like as bonus actions instead of actions, but it doesn't do that anymore because action economy, etc., etc. So, all right. If you're good to go, you could head on over to Water Street and climb down.
How
into
many antitoxin potions do we have, and are they the same 49 gold price?
I picked up 2.
Yeah. They're also significantly discounted. 1 gold off the normal market value. Buy
Yeah,
10
how
get
much
1
was
free.
antitoxin?
Mix and mash.
Okay.
Wait,
I would
wait,
like
wait.
at least 1 antitoxin potion, if that is at all possible. Please and thank you.
Sure.
How much does antitoxin cost?
Pretty sure you want to take those beforehand.
I thought they were 50, but maybe they're not.
They
Pretty
are
sure they're
50.
Yeah.
Yeah. 'cause
I mean,
remember
is this
buying those.
gentleman willing to entertain the possibility of a further discount?
I'm
The
just gonna-
2% is very generous, but I mean,
Right.
10% would be more generous.
I mean,
we just-
buy 10 get 1 free kind of is 10% off, yeah.
But for those of us not purchasing 10,
Oh, well, he sees how well equipped you guys are. I don't think he's gonna be offered too many discounts. So
Somebody told him we were from a wealthy
I'll just-
family.
Yeah, that was our first mistake.
Yeah,
I
you
just-
you always
just-
go
I
with
needed
the
him
we
to stop
found this
talking.
off of dead adventurers.
I needed him to stop talking.
It annoyed me.
It was
Gotcha.
hard.
All right. Never mind. Never mind. Anyway, let's go. We have to
Alright.
head to Water Street. Close the door on the way down. Got it.
all right.
So Garuda wears his 2 signs proudly that he's an adventurer.
Good. People point at you as you go down the street, and they seem really impressed that you are an adventurer.
And Garuda bows at him and waves like he's going and
Mhm.
makes his
Are
parade.
you still wearing your fancy clothes, or did you switch back into your adventuring gear?
I switched back to my adventure gear, but I still have my flower petal
Okay.
crown on. I got that.
Okay, fair. All right.
Davian's gonna always be walking like, 30 feet behind the party.
Okay. Like ominously following them?
Well, I'm just taking a stroll through the town. The fact that I happen to be going in the same direction is purely coincidental. But yeah, just not like being obviously part of their group.
Okay. Are you wearing your adventuring sign?
I am not wearing an adventuring sign. No.
Oh. Interesting. Okay.
I'll also be like looking to observe to see if there's anybody who I would recognize from any of our previous meetings or anything that seem to be keeping an eye on them.
All right. Fair. Fair. Okay. All right. As you head over to Water Street, you eventually see the manhole cover. It has the heraldry of Daggerford on it. It's pretty nice as manhole covers go. Unless you have the strongest fingers in the world, you'll probably want to use a crowbar or pry bar to open it up.
I got one of those.
I think we all have crowbars, to be honest.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. In broad daylight, you start to open the sewer entrance. Because of your bright yellow and purple signs, everyone just kind of looks over and waves at you and goes back about their business.
I tucked mine into my equipment. It's not obvious.
Oh, well, fortunately, party leader Garuda has his on, so...
He's got
Yeah,
two of them
two
on,
shots.
so I think everyone knows what we're up to. So it's
Okay,
fine.
fair enough. Are you doing like sign guy thing with the sign that you're carrying, like doing some spins, maybe tossing it in the air, flipping it behind the back, that kind of thing, or?
No,
you
he just has one
no.
on his front and one on his back.
Okay, fair. Yeah, seeing an Arakakra, they probably thought you were an adventurer to begin with because profiling, but then the sign really sells it, so they just kind of like, waving. Some little kid, she kind of waves from across the street, and she's like, "Are you adventurers?"
Can we just get to the sewers?
I feel like Garuda would go over and start talking to her. He's just oblivious to the desires.
yeah,
of Garuda.
sure,
I
he
grab him
definitely
by
will.
the sign and I drag him to the sewers.
All right, let me drag
Yes,
you
we
guys
are
over to the map.
adventurers.
I'm so glad you asked. Let me tell you all about it. All right.
I would slide down the ladder first and sort of get myself to position to cover
Okay.
the entrance.
I'm just gonna stack you guys heavy duty onto this ladder, and you can kind of sort it out from there. So
Is anyone a cartographer?
I am.
Actually,
I think it might behoove us to try and make a map.
No, I have cartographer things. It's my background.
Yeah, Juno's like a forger, I thought.
yeah, I have forgery and calligraphy.
Just it might be a good idea if we mapped our.
There's probably already a
Our
map of
progress.
this place we could have bought. Like,
Can
You mean to
can
tell
we
me
not
that
kill
We're
Genesis
him?
already down
forged
here.
us
It's fine.
these adventuring signs instead of us having to go through all that rigmarole?
all right, first and foremost, everybody give me a Constitution check when you get down into the sewers, because they are ripe.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I can hear you.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
can hear you.
Because I was saying I have cartographer's tools.
yeah.
And nobody was listening.
Are you?
Aw.
No,
Oh
no,
my
no, we
God.
heard you. No, we
Okay.
heard you.
Of course.
If you would like to map the sewers with your cartography tools and background, you certainly can. It would be cheaper than trying to find someone to sell you maps of the sewers. All right, you guys should see a sewer-esque map. Does anybody have favorite sewer tunes that I should be playing in the background?
That's
Can
when
we
the guy said
request
I said
not
yes.
Diablo 2?
Sure.
I don't have any
Let's see.
sewer tunes, unfortunately.
I'm gonna just be constantly prestidigitating the air.
Oh, okay.
The air.
So
I'll do like the
question.
bottom of my.
You're just
my
like
boots
shooting
look.
prestidigitation up your nose to like change the smell?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
I've got like a cloak
Does anyone
or
have like
something.
gust of wind or something to like keep
That's
some
just gonna make it
the air
worse.
flowing around us?
I mean, I do,
Alright.
but it's like really
Far
strong.
away.
I didn't prepare it.
And I have like no spell slots. I'm not gonna protect your little noses with my precious spell slot.
I wasn't asking if you would do it. I was just asking if you had the ability.
Oh man. Everybody feels a little grumpy this morning on this beautiful pagan holiday. It's okay. It's gonna be all right. Soon you'll all be fighting for your lives together and united in that way. So
There's
let's
a
see. We
holiday?
got some. For some people, it is.
Mm.
Time is a abstraction.
It really is.
Crash, you're not gonna make us get attacked by sewer bunnies, are we?
Oh no.
I mean, you have this
It'll be
tendency
sewer chickens. Come
to
on.
theme our encounters on the holidays.
Yeah.
I thought
would
about
like-
making it like an egg hunt where you had to find eggs in the sewers, but
Sewer.
I spent all my time
Hmm.
playing Final Fantasy instead. So we're just gonna run it as it was previously designed.
Oh
Yeah, that's
shit!
what
Today's
fucking
Easter.
right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Happy Easter, Garuda.
I
Don't
didn't
worry.
realize that though.
I forget to.
We could be like trying to track down xenomorph eggs, and then
All right.
Oh,
one of us
God.
gets face hugged, and
Please no.
So that's the thing about being away from your family, that no holiday actually ever matters.
Oh.
aww.
That's
Aw.
sad.
Actually, depending on the situation, that's a good thing.
Well, happy Sewers Eve. So, all right. Okay, so down here in the sewers, everybody except Pietro is handling the stink really well. Pietro, there's just something got right up that nostril. It is foul. You are going to be a bit distracted by the stink for a while as you make your way through. All it's
Alright.
doing is just disadvantage on those perception checks as you're just trying to process just the foulness of this environment.
Senses
Uh,
are overwhelmed.
So, in the water is bad unless you want to like possibly get diseases. On the stones, not as bad, but they can be pretty slippery. So you want to treat them as difficult terrain. If you don't, acrobatics check to make sure you don't slip and fall.
Mhm.
All right. So from the ladder, you do right away see a door covered in lichen and moss and fungus that leads to the north. Other than that, you see passages sort of branching off in many different directions.
DM.
I'll
I have a
point the
question.
door out to Pietro.
Oh, there's a question. Yep.
Yes. So for concentration spells outside of combat, how does
Mhm.
one calculate the passage of time? Like,
Oh, usually it's just kind of like if it's taking like 10 minutes or so in real life, it probably took at least 10 minutes or so in the game.
right,
Kind of deal. Yeah.
I see. Because Garuda can't see, right?
No, I have a
No,
dark
we
vision.
yeah, we all got.
Everybody
Oh.
has.
Yeah, everybody has dark vision now.
Oh, okay, right, cool. You non-dark vision having folk have got it. Sweet. I don't need to cast daylight anymore. Well, I won't
Okay.
have to ever cast it at all, I guess. Alright, cool.
Captain Jenna thinks of everything.
Unless there was a vampire, then you'd probably want to use daylight, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's true.
But there's no vampires in this campaign, so.
We might find some Nosferatu. I mean, I've got blood.
No vampires. None whatsoever.
Correct. All right.
I'm gonna pull out my Luck of the Draw Sending Stone, and I'm gonna be
Okay.
like, we're in the sewers. Which way is the manor? Over.
Okay.
it should be,
Yeah,
like, north, right?
he replies,
oh, hey. Yeah, I left Thieves' Cant so that you could follow it. Well, one of you is a rogue, right?
Yeah.
You can't answer. Sorry, you can't answer this because it's ascending. Well, good luck down there. And watch out because not everything is.
What it seems.
all right. So, what are you guys gonna do?
25 words.
Alright, so, Luck of the Draw said he left Thieves' Cant, so,
No,
you guys
I'll look
can read
around
that
for
and
that then.
direct us. Crash, so I have a key. No, I don't, because I took Prodigy. Never mind. Which way's north? Can I try and figure that out?
Well, they sell these magic compasses that are that point north. They're like 25 gold, I think. We could assume that you guys have purchased one at some point in your lives. Beyond that, yeah, like keeping your bearing as you went down. North is, in this instance, the top of the map.
Trying to figure out what the fuck make these compasses magic. If they,
What makes them
Magnetism.
magic?
yeah.
Well, no.
As
In this
opposed to
case,
just being a
they
compass.
really are magical. They're little like crystal spheres, and the light inside the crystal sphere kind of floats towards the north of the interior of the crystal sphere.
Got it. Okay. Got it.
Yeah. Sometimes magic is magic. Let's see, Pietro. Even though you are disadvantaged on perception because of the stankiness, let's see. That would put your perception at a mighty 9. All right. In that case, you do not notice this. The others hear it coming, but do not see it. You would definitely be the first to see it. Hideous bat spider hybrids are swarming from around the corner
Interesting.
towards your location.
Nope.
Yeah.
Great.
Do you have a general idea where they are? Like,
Oh yes, they are west of your current location. In fact, I could go ahead and put them on the map right now. There we
So
go.
they're coming from like over around this corner.
Let me remove your old initiative stuff. There we go. Yeah. So go ahead and roll up into initiative. Pietro, you would roll with disadvantage. You're not surprised, but you will roll disadvantage.
All right. Just roll again.
Yeah, and just
Because I clicked initiative. I just clicked
yeah,
the
sure,
initiative
no
button.
problem, and just take the lowest number. It's cool.
All right.
I really need to get that group initiative macro set back up for stuff like this, but whatevs. I'll do it next time. Yeah, there's like an API script where you just select everything and you just hit one button and it rolls everything into initiative all at once.
Like
it's
under
pretty-
a single initiative or each.
Oh, it gives each one a separate one. It's pretty.
Oh,
it's
wow.
pretty. Yeah, it's pretty miraculous.
That is.
It also does like group saves. So if like a whole bunch of things got hit with like a fireball, you just left click drag select all of them. All right, that works. Let me get them back on the map. And Pietro, you would see this as they kind of turn the corner. They are these cuties right here. I think you guys even have a handout for these from way back in the day.
Yeah, I think they killed. Didn't they kill Hef?
Yep, they killed Hef. Flashbacks.
Oh, centipedes killed Hef, I believe, but
yeah, I'm pretty sure centipede.
there you go.
Oh God.
Yeah. All right. So let's start the initiative count. It looks like Wally, you're up first.
Dodge action.
All right, fair enough.
We've had a lot of people in our party. Just
Let's see. You have not seen the Monday group, I guess. Each of them has a Pokemon, it feels like, on top of everything else. Let's see. Let me do some combat music here, baby. Yeah, I want to respect these creatures enough to give them some combat music. Yeah. All right. Let's see.
It's true. Astraeus is even building himself just to be Philippicles' Pokemon.
Aw. Let's see. This would be
I have
pause,
high hopes for you.
clear, play. There we go. So I put the combat music on channel 3. All right. If you're kind of controlling your own groovies your own way. All right. So 22. These guys have a flight speed of 40. Okay. So yeah, this thing will fly into view, and it is going to try and affix itself to that sweet, sweet throat of Pietro. Here we go. Does a 20 hit?
Oh, a 20 hits.
All right. It has attached itself to you, and it doesn't do any damage. The proboscis, like a giant needle, slides into your flesh, and you know that at the start of the 7 points of hit points. Nice. Okay. That brings us to the next one. Fly around the.
I'm not sure if it's just me, but Crash, you seem to
Yeah.
be breaking up and trailing off.
Crash
Oh.
is going robot mode.
Okay, hold on. Okay, is it any better?
Yep.
Very
Okay.
clear, yep.
Much better.
All right, I switched servers. Hopefully that'll keep it going. All right. So another one flies over, tries to affix itself to you.
Interesting.
Oh wow. All right. You have 2 Sturges on you now. Afra, you're up.
Right. I'm gonna move here. I'm gonna jump over here. Let's move here. Move here. I think that's as far as I can go. I'm
Okay.
just gonna I'm gonna yell at Pietro, stand very still. I'm aiming, and I'm gonna shoot an eldritch blast at him.
Oh.
While to try and snipe these little things off of him.
Okay. Oh yeah, nice. 1 and 2. They explode. Guts, and fur all over Pietro.
Yay!
All right.
That's all I got.
Okay. More fly from around the corner, sensing this fresh blood. They are unable to attach, and so just hover about. Another. Affixes itself to Pietro.
Yep.
All right, Garuda, you're up.
Garuda's take aim and
Whew. All right. There are 2 loud gunshots from the stairwell, or sorry, the ladder, and both of them explode. More guts, more fur, splatters everywhere.
Pietro, keep standing there. You're doing a great job.
All right. Another flies around the corner. Oh. It critically affixes itself. It goes right down the center of your throat and sternum. There's a bad choking feeling as this thing is inserted itself into you. There's a spray of blood that comes out. No damage though, but it will be a critical hit effect if it lives to its next turn. Davian, you're up.
Okay. This is a high risk reward. I'm gonna try and kind of skirt along the edge here and jump over to Pietro.
Okay.
However, to do that, that means I needed to not treat the sewer as.
All right, so acrobatics check.
Yay!
Okay, yeah, no problem, no problem.
All right, so as
running just along the lip of the ledge here, just foot over foot over foot, toe, and then leaping across the 5-foot gap here. What do you do next?
So as I'm leaping over, I tell Pietro to open wide, and I'm going to try and skewer the one.
All right. The creature looks back at you menacingly, its face firmly buried in Pietro's throat.
All right.
You can see its hungry abdomen pulsing as it gets ready to suck out his blood. All right, yeah, that you skewer it finally. Swing. It is removed from his throat. There is a sort of horrible sound as the bone needle that is its proboscis slides out of his throat.
That's
All right.
that will do.
Okay. Coming around the corner. Another.
God, how many of these things are there?
All right, and it attaches to Pietro.
God damn it.
All right, coming around the corner is another. And it attaches to Pietro?
No.
No?
I've
Okay.
got my scimitars out.
All right, fair enough.
Plus one more AC. Just misses.
All right. Willow, you're up.
Interesting. I mean, I could go over there, but I mean, I'm just gonna toll the dead one of them, I guess.
Okay.
Can I get a wisdom? What is it? Yeah, a wisdom saving throw from one of them, please.
Sure. The one that's affixed to Pietro's
Yeah.
body. Okay.
You know. Well,
All right.
that's definitely a failure.
Yeah, it withers and decays, leaving behind just a strange skeleton/exoskeleton hybrid. The
Amazing.
bones fall away.
How deep is this, sewage?
Looks to be about 5 feet deep.
Oh, fucking whatever, I don't care. I'm just gonna get in.
Oh, you're like 6 foot, so it's like coming right up to your shoulders, right?
I've got my coral plate on. I ain't going into a fucking sewer without my arm.
All right.
So I just kind of
start swimming through it.
and just pop
Okay.
myself back up on this side.
I'm gonna use my reaction to vomit.
Yeah.
She hops into the water, y'all splash on Jada.
So as you
I think
jump
you have a
into
filter on your left shoulder there.
as you jump into the fetid water, your armor immediately becomes vibrant and beautiful.
Sweet.
It's hard to see because of the various turds, pieces of garbage, and other refuse that are now clinging to it. As you come back out of the water, there is sort of a whoosh of like filth and liquids that kind of come out of the armor.
I just kind of looked down at the water and was like, I don't see what the issue is, and just, you're all a bunch of fucking babies, and jumps in.
All right, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw real quick.
Good thing I took protection from poison.
All right.
What was it? Con save?
Yep, Constitution save. You'll be fine. Oh, okay. All right.
I can vibe with this, it's fine.
Yeah, it's all good. Okay, so you get out, you telling everybody it's fine. Yeah. So what are you gonna do?
Just kind of take a peek. I've already used my action to toll the dead.
Right.
I don't think I can do anything with my bonus action, but yeah, that's me done.
Okay. With a new tasty target, they are just going to fly up and try and affix themselves to you.
That's a hit.
All right. I have to say these Sturges are really man, I wish all my monsters could roll this good. Jesus.
Yeah, they really are
I'm
rolling
glad
pretty
they don't.
good for like some low damage
Yeah.
creatures.
Yeah, that's a miss.
That's okay. Let's see. So the first one would be right here. That one is affixed. There we go. Putting red dots are the ones that have actually landed. Pietro, it is a comfort that your adventuring companion Willow is here to take some of these, because you get the feeling that every single one of them was going to try and land on you. It's your professional instinct telling you that.
Got
Got it.
Which one is that against? Is that against Pedro?
That's against you, Willow.
Oh, that's also a miss.
All right. Let's see. That brings us to Pietro.
All right. There is a sturge right near me. Yes. The
Yes.
one that missed. All right. I will using just not the 9-life stealer, but using my +1 scimitar, I will attempt to strike it.
All right.
16
Yeah,
plus
you
6.
got it. It is
All right.
Dunsky's.
And then I will go up and how many sturges are attached to Willow?
Only one.
In that case, I'll use my extra attack and using that same scimitar, I will strike at that one.
All right. Yeah, no problem.
All right. And as these things will are easy to kill, but I do not want to run the risk of wasting any of the charges of the 9-life stealer, I will pass on my bonus action to
Okay.
do an offhand attack.
All right. That brings us to Jenna.
Yeah, I'm gonna just firebolt one of the
Okay.
surges next to Willow.
Yeah, you do. It is completely disintegrated. Just ash is all that's left.
And then
Wow.
Scoot over.
I mean, technically, I should check to see if there's some awesome bonus effect that occurred. Let me see.
Summons an elemental.
Yeah. This you would have been invisible to it for the next minute as a side effect of hitting it so hard with the spell. But you're invisible to it forever because it doesn't exist anymore. All right. Anything else from Jenna?
No, that's all.
All right. Another one flies around the corner.
Hello there.
It is unable to find purchase on your armor.
Hmm.
And finally, this little guy bringing up the rear. He sees that this orc is kind of crowded. Doesn't wanna eat at a crowded restaurant. Is gonna go to this other orc.
Does he share a space with Pietro?
As a tiny creature, yeah, it's 2 sizes smaller. So,
I would like to reaction sentinel attack it.
all right, go for it.
Ooh, only 11.
That does not hit. All right, Wallace, you're up.
Wally is gonna fly over, and he's gonna. Are any of them attached right now?
No, none of them are attached right now.
All right, he's gonna kind of just ready his action to use his beak to unattach one of them if they attach to him.
All right.
Because it says a creature, including the target, can use this action to detach.
All right. So you're gonna ready your action to detach one if it attaches. Got it.
Yep.
All right, Afro, you're up.
I'm gonna just continue blasting sturges.
All right.
Hmm.
You just keep blasting. That is 2 hits and 2 dead sturges. You think back to the sturges at the house that crawls and imagine how nice it would have been to be this strong back then. So,
I do.
yeah. All right, Garuda, you're up. I think there's only 1 sturge left alive.
Garuda sort of glides over here.
Okay.
Pops up. Is there one left? I don't. I see it right there.
Yeah.
Just pop at it.
All right. Explosion of sound. An explosion of guts. You have bested the mighty enemy, the Sturge. All right.
You guys remember
as you-
Floppies? Sorry.
As you fire your gun, both your signs that say adventure kind of clatter against your chest a bit from the force of the blast.
Does it look cool?
It's super cool. Super cool.
Doesn't look cool, dude.
All
Oh,
right.
and
I'm-
Tyler,
I'm gonna-
if they stuck around long enough to draw blood, you're good, my friend.
I'm gonna look around to see if I can't find the thieves' cant signs.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation.
I want to open
Okay.
that door. I'm not until everyone's cool with it, but I want to open the door.
Let's see, a 13. You do see on the wall over here, thieves' cant that essentially tells you, to go that way and to not go the way the Sturges came from.
Okay.
Interesting. I'm curious.
I wanna jump over here and listen at this door.
Okay.
Oh, there's nothing over there. Okay.
Oh yeah, I mean that this tunnel goes on into darkness past your dark vision. It would take you to a different section of the city sewers.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I think.
Which, have no doubt, I have lots of sewer maps. So if you want to do sewers, for days, we got sewers for days, baby. We got
I
sewers
mean,
for days.
watching her muck through that sewage water,
Ugh.
I kind of think she does.
It
Yeah.
was the most direct course of action.
All right. So Afra's listening at the door. On the other side, you hear nothing but the languid passage of sludgy water.
Okay, I'll open it.
All right. Because of humidity and swelling, science stuff that we don't usually worry about in Dungeons and Dragons, the door is, I believe, the official industry term, stuck. It will require a bit of force to open. It is not locked, though, and from what you could tell, it's not trapped.
Okay. Well, I will try and open it.
All right. Go ahead and give me an athletics check. Afra, in your professional opinion, this door could never be opened. There's no one that could open this door.
You just see her like
Swap.
take a couple steps back and then just run forward and launch herself at the door and then hit the ground. Like just bounce off and hit the ground.
Yeah, much like the 4 or 5 jars at the back of your pantry, these are unopenable. And no way to ever get them.
Like glue shut.
I'm gonna get angry and Eldritch blast the door.
Oh jeez. All right.
Point of force.
Oh yeah. Okay. So as you're Eldritch blasting the door,
Oh my God.
you hear like a do 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 do, and then like a newsreel comes along the bottom of the screen, and it's like, this just in from Adventurers League. You're not allowed to do that. You can't use Eldritch blasts on an object. But don't worry, I'm there for you. I don't give a shit. So you start blasting the door.
That one,
Yeah, they're
It's
not
taller
very
Danny
they're,
DeVito.
they're not very good, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw as one of your Eldritch Blasts fizzles out poorly in your frustration, and you start to feel some kind of way. Dreamweaver starts playing, and as you look at the door, you don't think you've ever felt this way about anything before.
fucking go away for like 10 seconds and someone's trying to stop the door.
You are absolutely, madly and completely and deeply in love with this door in a manner similar to a famous Viking warrior who fell in love with a pit fiend so long ago. You immediately start figuring out ways that you could unstick this door and install it on the ship. Because if ever there was a finer door. Now, Davian, you watch as she stares at this door, lustfully, her bosom heaving with like deep breaths of like love, and you see like the bugs and worms crawling in and out of the wood of this nasty like sewer door. It's confusing. All right, what's the plan?
I'm just checking. I don't have anything to
What the fuck are you
bring
doing?
her back
This
to
is
herself.
a great door, you guys.
Move
Hold
out.
on.
Look at this door. It's just great.
Why don't we just
Oh, no, that's
follow
not
the
charm.
directions?
Well, Afra's trying to figure out a way to unhinge this door. She's.
It just turns out.
It's
Phrasing?
a great door.
That door's
I'm
going
gonna
nowhere
ask-
near the ship.
I'm gonna ask Afra if
Pietro, if you could hold on for a second.
Sure.
I'm so sorry, Pietro.
Oh no.
So
Do I need to
as
go
you're
back where I was standing?
you're fine, I guess, where you are. It's
Okay.
all good. As you are kind of chilling there, trying to like mitigate the horrible smell, the various holes that have been punched in your fucking neck, and just the overall nastiness of this whole environment, wondering if sewage got into these holes in your neck, just how many diseases you would get. You hear a slurping sound, a horrible slurping sound, and you look down at this grate right here, in that general direction, and you see just a massive green slime, basically like dissecting or trisecting itself as it like forces its way through the grate and into
Nice.
the room. It is hideous, green, and inside of it are an assortment of bones and other debris that the creature has collected over its lifespan. Either way, it is, yeah, it is oozing its way over to you. It is not particularly stealthy, so even with your disadvantage here, you were able to kind of see it as it slurps up onto the ledge here.
Great.
Huh. Oh. Would I
Alright,
be able
let's
to
see.
do something before that went down?
Before
not-
we rolled initiative, I mean, what were you
not-
trying to do?
Yeah, it wasn't combat related or anything like that. To
Oh,
give
yeah,
myself
sure.
an advantage. Would I be able to like quickly do a once over on myself with medicine to see if I either poisoned myself or diseased
Oh yeah,
myself?
for sure. Yeah, give me a medicine check real quick.
Because I can deal with.
Oh
either of
yeah,
those.
yeah. You are you're confident that you have contracted one or more diseases from your
That's
time
fine, I
in
got
the
less than
water.
that.
Yeah.
Poultry shit. Alright, cool. Rolling initiative again?
Yes, we're all rolling initiative as
You
the
say
loud.
that aloud that you've contracted diseases?
I'm like, oh
Because
no.
I feel like I would have moved away from her.
The power of less restoration, my dude.
Prejudice much?
Hey, let's
All
roll.
right.
What diseases does Jenna have? I don't know.
As you roll up into this thing, Afra.
Oh no, she makes sure all of her houseboys are clean.
Afra, I guess you are up first. What would you like to do?
Do I know it's coming?
You right now, he's around the corner. His initiative hasn't come up yet, so I would say he's not going to be able to kind of alert you guys per se. I mean, talking is a free action, I guess, Pietro. If you want to like call out to her, like right as combats get started, I guess that would work. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have shouted out to the party. Guys, I think we have another problem to deal with.
I'll lean in close and caress the door, and I will say, "I'll protect you."
Aw. Okay.
God, you guys are. I guess I'm gonna bonus action dash to move through the difficult terrain of all you people. Oh, there it is. I'm gonna. What do I want to do?
Has anyone taken their antitoxins yet? I guess is an important question.
I didn't get one.
No.
Okay. All right.
Is that not
fair
an
enough.
after the fact thing?
No, it's like a preventative measure.
It's a
Yeah,
Oh.
they have not developed the morning after version of antitoxin yet. So in 5th edition.
Okay.
Just gives you advantage on saving throws.
Yeah.
That is good to know. I
Yeah.
totally thought it was something I would roll after.
You know what? It's working well for me so far. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast it.
Sure. All right.
Or-
Oh, she loves the slime.
You Eldritch Blast that slime, and you Eldritch Blast it good. But let's see what else happens. Oh. Okay. Oh my God. All right. The second Eldritch Blast, however, backfires. The effects of the spell are reversed. Any harmful effects are applied to you at double potency.
Ow.
So give me another D10 roll, I guess. As you Eldritch Blast yourself. All right, there is a backfire of Eldritch power, and it just sort of back against your hand. You could feel several fingers in your hand kind of bend at awkward, painful angles, and your arm sort of like flies back against the wall from the force.
I'm just gonna as a free action, sit down on the floor and cry.
Okay, fair. Willow, you're up.
I see that Afra is clearly not, up to par, up to scratch, not on the ball.
Okay.
And I will say, I will deal with the cause of this issue. This is a waste of a second level slot, but I think it's really fucking hilarious. I'm gonna cast Shatter on the door.
Oh no!
Murderer!
You monster.
Rest in peace, Dawkins.
I think that maybe I could have had sense knocked into me with the force.
Nah.
Alright, you gonna do that so as not to kill Davian, or?
I don't want to kill Davian, no.
Alright, the door, I believe it is an object. It does get some kind of saving throw.
Don't make me channel divinity this.
Alright, let's see.
Oh,
no way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's done. It's done. Alright. Yeah, the door just, it less shatters and it more crumbles because of the amount of, mold and decay that it was suffering. It just sort of, flops to the ground into a pile of junk. And it does blast inwards. As it blasts inwards, the chunks of it get stuck in a second slime.
Wow, I mean that works too.
Wonderful.
I'm gonna continue sobbing.
All right. The second slime surges forward, squishing its amorphous blob shape through the doorway. Davian, it's coming for you.
Oh boy.
All
That's
right.
a speedy slime.
It absolutely is. Yeah, these are nice. Let's see. And it has, for a slime, one of the highest armor classes I've ever seen.
Oh,
Thank you for telling me that.
11.
Yeah. It does a 20
Oh my
hit.
god. Yes, it does.
All right.
I can't remember if I learned shield on the. Oh wait, no, it doesn't. Boop.
All right. And you throw up a shield to protect yourself. Fair enough.
Are you? Are you an Eldritch?
This is my first time using this character in combat, so I apologize if I'm delayed on my. Oh, I have this thing.
All right. It'll follow up with a venomous bite, as its acquired skull lunges forward, controlled by the slime. But because of your shield, both attacks miss. All right. That brings us to Garuda.
So Garuda will fly as high as he can in the sewer. And stand right here just to give his allies extra standing space on that square.
All right. The ceiling is 8 feet high, so
that works. I mean,
not. Yeah, it's all right.
hold on to the ladder like all like comic book hero-y with one
Upside
hand and
down,
like,
no less.
blasting with the or with your your leg talons, feet talons.
Sure. Let's say I'm doing that, and he shoots
Okay.
this that one over there.
Try shooting it upside down. I haven't. I don't know. It's probably.
Oh man, a 16 does hit. This thing takes 10 and then 6 points of damage.
Then one more.
And 12 more damage.
That's Garuda's turn for right now. Or he
All
yells
right,
out, "There's
fair
2
enough.
of them!"
Jenna, you're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna just kind of back up and firebolt the slime that came. Before I do that, can I bonus action bitch slap Willow for letting this thing out of its fucking hole?
She is sitting, so that would be at advantage. A 21 does hit.
Willow, not Appa.
No, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, not Willow.
Oh,
I
you're gonna
will
hit
offer you
Willow.
this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's the one that opened the door.
Sadly,
I will offer
I
this
don't think
counterpoint.
I don't think a 14 would get past her
Well,
defenses.
it's alright, she still feels it.
Oh, okay.
That's all
I don't think she does, though.
Feels the emotional.
You just slapped plate armor.
I don't think she does.
All right, who's getting the fire?
The one next to Davian.
All right, as the fire hits the creature, it just kind of rolls along the viscous membrane of the creature, doing no damage.
Interesting.
Okay. Don't use fire. See here. I'm gonna go right there.
All right. This ooze is going to ooze on up to you, Pietro. Here we go. 15 does not hit. It will try to
No, it
bite.
doesn't.
25 with
hits.
the bite. All right, give me a Constitution DC 13 or be poisoned for 1 minute.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
As the stolen skull sinks its teeth into your flesh, you feel corrosive ooze enter your bloodstream. You are poisoned. All right. That brings us to Pietro.
Remind me, being poisoned as a condition.
Disadvantage to attack rolls and skill checks.
I'm gonna, let's see, and that was 11 damage. I'm going to do bonus action rage.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna get pummeled.
Time to reckless.
And then I'm going to try and hit it.
Okay.
17.
Oh,
for 10.
that definitely hits. Scimitar does slashing damage.
Yep.
Despite being magical, as you slice through it, it sort of just sploops back into place. It is resistant to slashing damage.
Interesting.
Can I swap out since I've got both scimitars in hand? Can I swap out the 9 lives for one of my warhammers and then attack with the warhammer? Or is that too much action economy?
That'd be 2 item interactions unless you have that fast hands or whatever it is. But you
I
could
don't have
drop.
fast
You
hands.
could drop the second scimitar and then use.
Oh
your
god,
item
no! I'm not
interaction.
dropping that.
Okay,
I'm not
fair enough.
dropping the 9 lives. Bad stuff might happen.
Okay.
It does nothing. Great. I just wasted.
If you have a dagger on you, couldn't you sheath and draw the dagger using your dual hand feat? Because you can you can do quick draws with
No,
light weapons.
Can I do that? I do have a coral dagger on me.
What's the feat called? Or I mean,
It's
it's a
I
dual
think it's just
wielder.
I've got two weapon fighting, and I'm a dual wielder.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
You can draw or
You
stow
can draw or
two
stow
one-handed-
one-handed weapon. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you can do that. All right. I didn't realize you had that. Okay. So yeah, you can definitely swap out weapons.
Okay. So could I do that with the warhammer, or would it have to be a light weapon?
Sure. Yeah. You could put the 9 life stealer away and draw out the warhammer.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
And I will attempt to hit it with disadvantage.
That is
15.
gonna hit. As you hit the ooze, there is sort of the across its surface. It is resistant to bludgeoning damage.
And I forgot to check my rage box. I'm assuming if it's resistant to bludgeoning, the extra rage doesn't stack.
Yeah, the extra damage would be added as bludgeoning damage.
Got it.
Yep.
All right. Well, in that case, as a free action, I'll yell out, "I don't like to be slashed or beat on. I don't know what it is to kill these things." And
Alright.
I'm gonna risk a opportunity attack since I have movement. I'm gonna leap over here.
Okay.
Or try and leap over there.
Yeah. Let me see if it hits you. 17?
Nope.
All right. As it lunges to grab you, you jump the gap and land on the other side. All right.
Do I have any more movement left? I'd like to sort of back up some more.
Yeah,
and
sure.
Berate it.
Okay.
So I'm like, fucking come on, attack me! Trying to draw it away from the group.
Sure, it's down for that. Okay. Davian, you're up.
All right. I really don't like being the front liner. He'll just. I'm going to. Ooh. I'm gonna cast Booming Blade on it.
Okay.
So that's melee attack. That does 7 piercing. And we are of a level where I think Booming Blade actually adds damage now.
you get damage.
Oops, I don't know why it's rolling as an attack. I'll fix that. So the 7 should be what applies now, and the 9 will be if it moves.
Okay.
And then I am going to risk an attack of opportunity,
Okay.
and I am going to basically jump here and then skip over to here. Although I might be grappled, so I'll put myself back here.
Can you bonus
20.
action disengage?
I
'Cause
don't.
Rogue.
I'm only rogue level 1. I will reaction shield again on my
Okay.
way out.
Nice.
Could use that for.
What
Okay.
are you then? Are you like Eldritch Knight and Rogue, or
Bard.
I'm like
Oh.
everything: rogue, paladin, warlock, and bard.
interesting?
I'm
Okay.
on a big
Rogue
boss.
warrior
You'll
then.
see what I can do.
Hmm.
That's my turn.
All right. Afra, to you. Afra, you have watched the love of your life shattered. Shattered.
What the fuck are you gonna do about it?
That's terrible. I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna bonus action hex this one.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out my
What
hacked
stat
weapon.
are you hexing? Are we assuming strength?
Oh, yeah, strength.
Okay.
And I will pull out my heavy crossbow packed weapon,
Mhm.
and I will aim it such that the bolt goes right past Willow's ear.
Okay. Oof. That actually would have been enough if you wanted to hit her ear. These beautiful fanned ears that you have, Willow. You feel a crossbow bolt kind of just zip past it, just like a bee sting, kind of, as it plunges into the creature. All right. Creature
Glare a
seems to
bit.
take full damage from everything that you just did.
Okay. That's all I've got for now.
All right. Willow, you're up.
Cool. I will Yeah, fuck it, I'll do it. As an action, I'm going to cast haste on myself.
Okay.
Let me equip that real quick. There we go. I'm just gonna go over here. So haste. Blah 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 blah. I get an additional action. I'm gonna use that additional action to whack it.
All right.
One-handed. It's a slashing weapon, but whatever.
15's going to hit.
Cool.
right.
Take half that. I will use my bonus action.
It is bloodied.
Oh, interesting. Well, I'm going to use my bonus action to make another attack with my zeal thingy.
Okay.
That's probably not a hit.
It is not.
Well, interesting. Right, that's the end of my go.
All right. That brings us to corrupting ooze that is right next to you. All right. It doesn't have a lot going on here. It will try and slam you. 15 doesn't hit. It will try to bite you.
Barely.
Bite. All right. Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw. Here, I'll give you a disease icon too. There you go. All right. And you're poisoned. Sweet. All right. That is its turn, I guess. It'll just kind of hang out there. Maybe it'll. There we go. Kind of get more of its bulk in there. All right, Garuda, you're up.
I'm gonna shoot this one.
The one that's on Willow or the one north of you?
The one's on Willow.
Okay. 18 hits.
One more time.
All right.
And
Also a hit. Huge chunks of poisonous acidic ooze are just flying out of this thing as you empty round after round into its bulk. The bullets themselves, as they are absorbed into the creature, begin to melt away.
That's fine. I'm gonna stow a pistol and pull out a ASP. That'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. All right. Jenna, you're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna just frostbite the one going at Pietro.
Fair enough. Constitution save, or no, attack roll. Okay, Constitution save. Here we go. It fails. All right.
So
It takes
9 cold and disadvantage.
Takes the full cold damage and now has disadvantage on its next attack.
And that's my turn.
Alrighty. Yeah, it is definitely going to chase after Pietro. This first attack is at disadvantage, Pietro. So it doesn't hit. All right, and then it will try to bite. Does land the bite.
Hits.
Yeah.
So I have the piercing, so that's 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And does poisoning stack, or how does
in this
work?
instance it does not. No. Normally it doesn't. Some creatures actually have stackable effects with that, but this does not.
Okay.
All right, that brings us to you, Pietro.
All right. Let's see here. I will stow my scimitar and my warhammer since those are useless. Pull out my coral daggers, and I'm going to stab.
Okay.
Or at least try to. Does a 10 hit?
Does a 10 hit? It does not.
All right.
I mean, it hits it, but it doesn't like do anything, right? It doesn't like. I mean, the
Does
thing's
a 12
taking
do
up like the
anything?
whole. A 12 does. That's right. An ooze with a 12 armor class. Hell yeah. All right. As you stab at the coral dagger, it takes 9 points of damage.
All right, and I'll one final time.
There you go. 8 more damage.
All right, and I'll just hold the line there.
All right, fair enough. Davian, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to. This might be foolish. I'm going to use my DM inspiration on a potential athletics check here because I'm going to go here, jump across to here, go here, and stand on this gnarly little bridge here. But I'm not going to treat that as difficult terrain because I am going to be.
These are all acrobatics. Just give me an acrobatics check. Yeah,
Oof.
no problem. No problem.
All right.
Sliding through the sewers.
Yeah.
Yeah, just sliding along in the muck, and yeah, okay, cool. Okay, so then as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Divine Favor, and and I didn't create a thing for it, but that's okay. And then I'm going to attack this thing in the back with my rapier, and oh no.
A 7 does not hit.
No, it does not. That's all I got at the moment. So that's all I got at the moment. I'm done.
All right, Afra, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna.
You can see pieces of your beloved floating in the slime. It's a horror show.
It is. It's terrible. Yeah. I'm taking like one step forward. I'm gonna shoot the one next to Willow.
Okay.
With my crossbow.
Yeah, that's definitely a hit.
Ugh. 24 damage.
Yeah. It shudders, and then just explodes. Slime going everywhere. Its stolen skull just kind of doop 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 on the ground.
Woo! Then I'll bonus action summon a tentacle. I still don't have one that I can drag out, but I'm gonna summon it over here.
I made one, I swear to you. Alright, hold on.
You always say that. Every time.
Every time?
Every time.
I had to have made it. There's no way I didn't. Don't tell me I didn't make it. Oh my god. Alright.
You probably got like 4 sticky notes in that pile of yours that say, make a draggable tentacle. Correct?
Battery's got tentacles made, but he keeps forgetting to put them into her library or journal or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a progression. Like, make a tentacle, assign to Afra, put in.
I can't even say it's because it didn't save it because Roll20 auto saves. But all right, hold on. Afra,
well, you could have played that card if you didn't say anything.
No. Let's
Crash
see.
is an honest man.
It's happening
I'm
now.
not saying he isn't. It's just.
I refuse to play any more D&D until this fucking tentacle's made. I can't live this lie anymore. Ugh. All right. Almost done. All right, and done. It exists for real now.
Okay.
All right.
It's gonna snap out at this one, doing 3 cold damage.
All right. It certainly does. It takes the full amount of cold damage. No problem. All right. Anything else from Afra?
That is it.
Okay. Willow, you're up.
Cool. I will spend my first action to cast protection from poison on myself, which neutralizes the poison. Advantage on saving throws against being poisoned again, and resistance to poison damage.
Okay.
So that's that dealt with. And the other one is still alive, right?
Yes. Yeah, you
Yes!
can hear. Yeah, you can hear the sounds of fighting coming from the west.
Well, my movement speed is doubled, so I should be able to get over there relatively easily. It's 5 feet to go over here. It's 20 feet to over here. 35. Well, there's a Davian in the way, so I can't really.
Okay. You can push him into the sewer.
I wouldn't do that.
Oh, okay.
You killed Afra's love. You monster. You're capable of anything.
It's a fucking door.
That was the whole
Well,
point.
Yeah, it never
She
got
wanted
to
to fuck the door.
be a. Yeah, it never got to be a fucking door.
That's a damn shame. Maybe it shouldn't have been there. I'll cast, like, I don't know. I'll cast Toll the Dead on it with my other action.
Alright.
I think I can do that with haste.
I don't think haste lets you cast a spell.
No,
Yeah. I think it's an attack.
One weapon attack.
Yeah, weapon attack.
A dash. I think you can disengage with it. Or use an object or item.
Yeah,
I do have a
dash,
light
disengage,
crossbow.
hide, or use an object. Or attack one weapon attack only.
Right.
Right.
I'm not gonna.
Do you carry any reach weapons on you?
Do you know what I was thinking? Man, if only I had a reach weapon throughout the entirety of this fucking thing. Well,
These cramped areas are rough.
I mean, I'm gonna just take a look over here, see if anything else is coming, seeing as I can't reach
Sure.
over. Oh, there's.
Okay. Fair enough. I'll keep that in mind.
There's a door there.
Garuda, you're up.
So Garuda will glide over here to see the last slime, and he's gonna sharpshooter it. See what happens.
Okay.
That was sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter, that definitely hits.
And one more time.
All right.
Holy fuck.
The creature is bloodied badly as you just start dumping out damage onto it.
And I stow both my pistols and pull out 2 more ASPs.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right, Jenna, you're up.
Okay, I can see it from here. I'll frostbite it again.
All right, it will attempt a Constitution saving throw. It passes. All right, with the last bits of energy it has, it is going to try and attack Pietro. Pietro, whose sweet, tempting smell is what caused all this in the first place. No, that ooze is not victim shaming you. Here we go. Slam.
After the slam, I'll
Is a miss.
do a
Sentinel
reaction. Yeah.
Okay. That'll hit.
All right, and
Don't you have your
and
bless or
sneak.
something on divine favor?
I forgot to add the d6 sneak. So 13.
All right.
Piercing, sneak, and radiant.
As it tries to slam at you, it rears back and tries to bite you, but before the jaws can clamp down, it just sort of ruptures and acidic slime goes everywhere.
That was fun.
Like to punt its skull into the wall.
All right. All right. Slime's taken care of. Slimes and Sturges, you guys are doing the sewer tour.
I think it must have been a while since they've last sent somebody in to clean these sewers.
I'm gonna run over here and just fall to my knees and sob.
Sure.
Gotta reload
I'll
all
give
his
her a pat
guns.
on the back. It's okay. Not everything can live forever.
What's
Just
in
die doing what it can.
yeah.
What's in
Enjoy.
this room?
Yeah.
As you proceed into this room, you see that the room is dominated by a absolutely disgusting pool, 20 feet by 15 feet. It looks extraordinarily deep compared to the 5-foot deep canals you've seen so far. There is a thick scum on the surface of the water that makes it very difficult to see if there's anything below it. The room itself is supported by some stone pillars, and on the opposite platform, you can see bones very neatly cleaned of all flesh. You do see here that water flows from this room, or sorry, into this room from the north, and water flows into this room from the west. There is an alcove over here that looks like it probably has a door, and there is also a door to the north.
Oh, look, more doors you'd fall in love with.
Crash, do I know with my wizard brain and my experience
Hmm.
dealing with familiars if they can be like what happens if they get diseased? Like is that even a thing? Like if
They have to eat, they have to sleep, they can be diseased, they can be poisoned. They are a spirit, but they are also manifest in flesh. So they do have to create a little body to ride around in, and that body can suffer all the things that a normal body does and requires the same maintenance that a body does. So they do have to eat and sleep, and they are susceptible to diseases and stuff.
well, what happens after they get splatted into ectoplasm and I summon them back? Are they still
Oh,
diseased?
yeah, no, then that's a new body that they would be summoned back into.
It's a
Well,
minor inconvenience.
I could probably check down there for stuff, but it's not gonna be. It's gonna be pretty gross.
Just gonna.
I'm gonna use my my action to like use my familiar senses, and Wally's gonna dive into this pool and check the bottom of it.
Ooh, okay. It pretty nasty down there. But you kind of begin looking around trying to see what you could see. All right. Go ahead and give me a perception or investigation check from Wally.
From Wally, even though I'm using its senses, I can't use my own investigation.
Mm, yeah, you could use your investigation in that case.
23.
All right. Um, yeah, at the very bottom is a skeletal corpse. Uh, and the skeletal corpse is picked clean of all flesh and all items, except it is still wearing a suit of scale mail that seemed to have survived against all odds.
All right, I guess Wally's gonna try and have him lift it up and start.
It's not even gonna happen though. I don't think so.
Yeah,
What's
okay.
this? What's Wally's strength? Like a 2, a
A
3,
four. A
a
four.
4? Okay, a 4.
That's still
The
only 60 pounds.
Yeah.
He's just underwater.
60 pounds underwater. Yeah, all right. Wally swim slash flaps and slowly but surely, like Yoda pulling the fucking X-wing out of the swamp. He raises this shit covered skeleton wearing scale mail out, and he himself is just covered from head to toe in absolute filth. Please give me a Constitution save for Wally. Yeah, Wally doesn't look too good. As he comes to the surface, he sort of just flops over on his side. He looks like one of those birds from the ads for like oil spill cleanups.
I'll help Jenna with prestidigitation to help clean
Okay.
Wally, and then
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
presumably
I'm
the
gonna clean
scale.
Wally, the skeleton, and the scale
Yeah,
mail.
you cast Dawn dish detergent on Wally, and you begin delicately cleaning his filth-stained body. Uh, he looks up with bleary eyes, his head kind of lolling back and forth, his tongue hanging out of his hideous bird mouth.
I'll put him back in his Pokeball.
Okay. Okay. Now remember, he's gonna still be in this body till you re-summon him with the ritual. So even though he's in his
Yep.
Pokeball, it's still the same horrible diseased
Yeah,
body. that
yeah,
you
but
put in. Okay.
yeah,
All right.
Jenna knows what's happening, but Jenna also knows the service the familiars provide their
Yeah, yeah.
masters. But she doesn't want everyone else to know the service.
You
You
don't
know,
want him to.
like
You just don't want to look at it. I understand. Yeah, I get it.
yeah,
All
and then
right.
I ritual identify if we're not going anywhere quick on the scale mail.
This is a
I'd wait.
plus. This is a +1 suit of scale mail of acid resistance.
Ooh, look at that. That's pretty good.
Who
Can I
wants
use
it?
scale
Jenna
mail?
just kind of lifts it up. Scale mail. I'm not gonna wear it, but it's gonna
Yeah.
be.
You realize as you're I guess cleaning it up a bit with Dawn dish detergent that it is made of black dragon hide.
That'd be worth a lot of money.
Is there anybody
Hmm.
else who uses medium armor?
I do.
You frontline pretty standard
Yeah.
if you want it.
I think for the time being, it might not be a bad idea. And if we could maybe do a short rest, I could do with some burning of some hit dice.
Yeah, I
Or
mean
we could just press
there's a nice bony platform right over here. You could hunker down.
Probably better off just leaving the sewer for like an hour, coming back in.
We are
There is
like directly beside the entrance.
there is a very disturbing set of iron rings here. Looks like maybe people are tied up here and left to be eaten by the oozes.
Man, that's a bad way to go.
Oh, that's
I
fun.
mean, local mob making sure that the body won't float in the pier.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm fine taking a bit to rest. Like, so we did that while I dug up the armor and
Cool.
identified
I
it.
will take back my spell slot. Thank you very much.
All right.
I'm gonna pass this on myself.
So you guys all move into this room then to rest? Is that the plan?
Sure.
Okay. I'm just looking for
Oh,
places
that's
where
water.
yeah.
Oh. I mean, can we? I think we could actually like go around here to the other side.
Oh, okay.
I feel like we could do that.
Taking a short rest in a sewer. Got it.
Oh, is there nothing
Oh,
over
yeah.
here?
Well, I mean, there's a lot over there. Do you want to keep going?
No, I
Oh.
was seeing if it connected, like we could get
Oh.
around.
Oh, because we have no sight past that diagonal line, so we actually don't know
Which-
if the thing turns. Right here.
Oh, there's a line there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, sorry, that shouldn't be there. There you go.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Well, it definitely doesn't look like it curves to the top of that room, so I wouldn't go this way yet.
Okay.
Yeah, we could just hang out in this room over here.
Okay.
Find a way
Yeah,
to get across. We'll have. I'll
Or we
instruct
could just,
Garuda.
doorway situation. I'm just making sure you guys have some space to relax a little bit, You fun
Yeah.
times in the sewers.
Wait, we got checked
I'll
over here?
instruct Garuda to like fly across and like tie ropes between the pillars, so we can use
Okay.
that to get across the sewer water.
All right, fair enough. Give me a sleight of hand, Garuda, for all them sweet knots you're about to tie.
Oh. Hey.
All right. You create a beautiful
Wow.
rope bridge. Yeah. That your allies can use to cross.
You said I wasn't good at art, Jeddah.
I mean,
I think
you
it was
just
the
didn't-
macaroni picture that she objected to.
Yeah. Your rope skills are fantastic, though. It's like you work on a ship.
Oh man.
Just out of curiosity, would the lesser restoration get rid of my diseased status?
If it says so in the description,
Yeah.
sure.
Just wanted
Yeah.
to ask first. Cool.
Mhm.
There we go.
Well,
Yeah.
wait. Does it say disease?
It
Yeah, it says
says
disease or one
disease.
condition. Yeah, so you should
Yeah.
be good.
Alright, cool. Thank
Hey,
you.
Willow, can you help a bird real quick? Got that nice scale mail. It didn't. I feel bad for him.
Oh, you want me to cast it on that? That seems like a...
I mean, you blew up a door for no reason, so it doesn't
I'll
seem
do
like
it.
you got a problem wasting
I'll
spell
do it
slots.
for you, Jenna.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, that I did for my own amusement, really.
You blew up a door for no reason. Yeah, really?
After's pain.
Davian cures Wally of his. Appreciate it. Thank you.
I just feel bad because as a player, I feel like a certain somebody is cursed to never have love. You know, that's all.
Zazor was clearly getting in the way of her combat abilities,
Was it?
so I removed
I
it.
thought it was making her better. She actually hit things this time.
Feel like all you did was invite another enemy, but we overcame it. It's fine.
I feel
I'm
like
back.
it would come through anyways.
When we whenever it's in game April Fool's Day, whatever that happens to be in the realms, I'm so sending Afra a box with a whole bunch of splinters in it.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
That's
dark.
guys.
That's dark.
And
I will send you a box with a dagger that I will put in your heart.
Jeez.
God.
Well, I'm assuming that this thing would have faded by then, and you would no longer be in love, and it wouldn't be like a.
It never fades. There's no duration listed.
Oh, so I went all 7 on you and not all.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. See, I've never felt this way before. Make a DC 18 Wisdom saving throw and fail to be fall deeply in love with the target of the attack.
Oh my
Period.
god, that's amazing!
Do you see the period there at the end? Period.
Yes, I do.
So
Alright.
she'll carry this torch for the rest of her life, and maybe when she becomes a banshee, after death, it'll still be there.
Oh my
I'm gonna
god.
go with that as well.
Can you imagine somebody else talking to her?
Because non-elves can become banshees now as a result of the Dritz Steward and civil rights movement. So
Is it a
Afra, I am
magical effect?
so sorry. I took message instead of mending with this character. I cannot help you.
I will tell you right now, I would not authorize a mending spell for what happened to that door. So
It's better. Look, it's better that it's gone. Like we don't want that thing around.
Are you
I
kidding?
wanna-
You know how amazing it would be to have the painting of Alvis side by side with the door?
Fuck's sake. Is oh my god.
Is this, I mean, I know you guys are anti-heroes, but this is some of the most cruel role-playing I've ever seen. This woman has lost the love of her life, and you just being super callous about it. Just
Is
super
it
callous.
I feel like that's how we would be though.
Oh, totally. Yeah, no, yeah.
It's a door. It's a door. Like,
Well,
Did you love the
I'm-
door? Like,
I
you love the
will
door.
allow you to listen to my beautiful eulogy that I give for
Oh.
this door.
Alright.
And you can
And
have
does
your
this eulogy
goddamn
give us temporary hit points that we could have used
Yeah,
before
there
we
you
got
go.
into this?
This is amazing.
I'm just saying.
Don't
Any
worry,
of
there
you
could
have
be
reminded
more
me.
stuff. There could be more stuff.
How
So.
many temporary hit points do you get from that?
I only
That,
hope that you can all
equals
stand
7
fast and
plus,
withstand what comes
3,
against
so
you,
10.
unlike
10.
poor Dory.
DM, another question.
Garuda will cry
This
at the eulogy.
this infatuation, this deep love for Dorkun. Can I dispel it?
You could certainly try, yeah.
Whatever. I'll cast the spell magic on on Afra.
Alright, what level are you casting it at?
3rd level. Because it's just his base level.
Interesting choice. Okay. third level, I will say that you have removed the effect from her. Afra, you are no longer in love with the memory of the door.
It was just a fleeting moment.
Garuda
Really.
claps at her eulogy. That was beautiful. I felt like I really got to know Dora. I'm sorry for your loss.
Dora.
And now I'm just confused.
Yeah.
And we
I'm
got
like,
how
dude,
many
it
hit
was a
points
door.
back? Temporary hit points? 10?
I mean, it was a nice door, but I mean, it was
Yeah,
a door.
10. Also, I feel like if we had kicked the door down, there would have been like someone's leg stuck in a slime.
Let's move on, shall we?
Yeah.
How is there a rope bridge all of a sudden? Did someone just
Garuda
fucking
made
make
that.
Garuda's amazing, okay?
What? Alright. Sure.
We've got 10 temporary hit points, right?
9.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh,
Or
nice.
10.
Is it
Do you want
10?
to lead the way?
It's 10.
Oh, okay.
All right, now there was a dynamic lighting issue where I had a line on the wrong layer, so I will tell you that the thieves' cant you saw earlier did indicate that you would not go down the passage that the sturges came through. So,
Yeah.
But beyond that, you did not notice anything else.
Oh.
Okay. Well,
Actually, this
I feel
steel
like
mail armor's a big upgrade for me.
I'm gonna check the
Thank you.
store for traps.
Sure. Go ahead and give me an investigation.
I will do the same for this door.
All right.
Ooh,
That door looks great, Jenna. It looks, but it does look like it is stuck due to swelling.
Atria, that door's stuck. Can you break it open? I'll point at it.
Garuda, a big
Afra,
brat.
same thing. This door looks great, not as great as that other door, but it does look stuck.
Before.
Yeah, I've learned my lesson. There will be no more eldritch blasting of doors.
Garuda picks up the
So-
skull real quick that the slime had and puts it inside his bag of holding. Or his fanny pack
Can
of
I?
holding.
What was he doing? Getting the skull.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to pick up the skull that's over here?
Yeah, put it
All right, yeah.
inside his bag of holding.
Add corrupting ooze skull to your inventory.
Could I like make a perception check near the doors to see if I can hear any,
Sure.
slimy boys?
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
just.
So as you listen at the door, you don't hear anything on the other side, but you have concerns about the growth that is on this door. Like you're worried that maybe hitting it could maybe cause like a release of spores.
I will say, yeah, you might not want to kick that door down. It's got spores on it, and it might, release them.
So we're talking about like any kind of opening of the door would release the spores, or is it just like trying to kick the door down would release the
I
spores?
imagine just any kind of force would do it because this door is swollen, and I don't think we'll be able to open it normally.
Alright, we can get back and just do the shatter strategy if you'd like.
Do we really want to use a spell slot for that though?
I mean, I didn't prepare shatter, but I can't think of any way of opening the door without being away from it.
Doesn't Firebolt ignite
I was
things?
gonna say, yeah, fire magic.
Here's two. I think I could burn these spores she talks of up.
Yeah.
Alright, stand back, everyone.
Yeah.
And when everyone's out of the way, I'll firebolt the door.
Release a bunch of shit. That one. Okay.
Yeah, so you start kind of like, kind of burning away all the spores in the door. You could swear there's almost an imperceptible kind of like squealing sound as you kind of burn them away. But yeah, it feels like this side of the door is safe now.
this side.
Does this door have the spores as well, Willow?
I don't know.
That door does not have as bulky a growth as that one to the east.
Right. Does this one look safer?
I think if I open this door, it will probably trigger a reaction. What I do not know, but my how you say spider senses are tingling.
I didn't hear anything on the other side.
Opening the door may be what triggers the reaction. I do not know. I could be wrong. If someone will, yes, let's get ready.
Mm-hmm.
And I will force open the door.
All right, go ahead and give me an athletics check.
The ultimate challenge. Doors.
Oh, bloody
yeah, these doors are stuck.
Out of
After
frustration,
you know how bad these doors can get. So seeing a beefcake like Pietro unable to open them, you were 100% sure that there's no way that other door could have been opened.
Yep.
Yep.
Should I try again, or perhaps hit it with a warhammer?
Do you know what? The Warhammer sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, just beat it down.
I will put away my scimitars and I will drop my warhammers and I will hit the door on the lock with my warhammer to hopefully bust it open.
Yeah, you deliver some mad force to the door, and blow after blow, you crush and destroy it. It kind of crumbles like rotten firewood. You know what I'm saying? Just like clumps of it just start falling apart. Revealing beyond another door to your right. A 10-foot wide passage. That same low 8-foot ceiling, and the passage also goes to your left a bit. You hear the sound of slowly moving water.
Kind of feel like we're getting off the beaten path.
I just like that it's a little more like wide.
Yeah, and like
I do
not
appreciate
so much
that,
disease
but,
causing
is there
growth stuff.
any thieves cant about? I do not. And besides, consider we're having so much trouble with the doors. I do not think luck of the draw came this way.
So,
Yeah, but we were hired to clear the sewers, not necessarily to like. We're gonna follow his path for sure, but doesn't mean we
I mean,
are
like,
limited
look
to
at
it.
that armor. Look at that armor that you're wearing.
I'm not complaining about finding the armor. I'm just wanting to make sure we do not lose track of the.
You see another scum-covered pool up here. Though the water does seem to ever so slightly undulate, as if there is a current at work.
Mm-hmm.
There is also an ominous grate in the floor here, that leads to, I guess, a pipe or a pipe system.
Moving away from the grate.
That's
Okay.
a swamp spoiler.
I'd like to go up to this door and check it out.
I will aid him if he tries to
Alright.
bash it.
And I will aid him.
Well, I want to investigate the door. I want to see is there growth? Is it locked?
Yeah,
Things like that.
this door does not seem as bad as the one you guys had to burn and smash. It does look like it will have to be forced open, though.
Should I force this door or
go for it?
I mean,
Well, it's that or the pool. Like, do we want to see if there's anything in this pool?
I will
before we go to the door?
attempt to force it open by normal means.
I'm gonna move away before he does the raid.
All right.
And I guess
Give me an athletics
Davian
check.
is helping.
I'll aid.
Okay. Together, you guys are able to shoulder the door so that it can be opened without destroying it.
Wow.
Oh man,
Didn't know that could be done.
It reveals a passage, 5 feet wide with the 8-foot high ceiling. Stairs descend down into the sewage.
Yeah, no.
Madre de Dios. Pietro's having flashbacks of grandfather's chamber.
Yeah.
Looking at this.
She said this pool looks like it has like a current.
Yeah.
You can hear a current and kind of see the water moving a bit, as if there's a current.
I'm gonna back up and then I'm gonna frostbite it.
All right, you're frostbiting the water itself. Got it.
Yep.
So you start frostbiting it, and you see that the scum on the surface kind of ices over a bit.
Not what I expected.
Yeah.
Alright, Wally, round 2.
It's
Oh
poor
man,
familiar.
yeah. Wally appears. Um, he looks around. His eyes crusty.
Well,
Kind of.
he got restored by
Oh, Willow, did you
Fabian.
cast a Oh,
I
wow.
did.
Okay.
Mm.
So never mind. He appears looking fresh, and then he looks over at the water, and he looks at you, and he.
It's you know it.
I'll pat him and I'll be like, I got you when you get back up.
He dives in.
All right. He dives in. You go into his body and look around.
Yep. Yep.
All right. Give me an investigation.
16.
All right. Near the bottom, amongst all the muck and scum, is another body. This one also picked clean of flesh. And the only thing it is still wearing is a tiara and some jewelry. There is also a passage underwater that leads to the west.
Yeah, he's gonna scoop up the tiara and jewelry
Okay.
and then fly it on over for cleaning detail.
All right. He surfaces, just looking horrible.
What?
Go ahead and give me a Constitution save for him. All right.
16.
Yeah, he's feeling all right. I mean, health wise, is looking pretty horrible, but he gets out and brings you the body.
Clean them up.
Yeah, we just prestidigitation it all clean,
Okay.
and then I'll identify this stuff.
All told, the tiara is worth 25 gold pieces, and the jewelry itself, a ring, a bracelet, and a pair of earrings, those are each worth 1 gold apiece.
Huh.
Yeah,
Are
so
they
not
pretty?
magical.
They are
On
not
the
magical. They
on
look nice. Yeah.
the ring and perhaps any of the other jewelry, are there any inscriptions on them?
Uh, they seem to be pretty. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but pretty poor as far as like fancy jewelry goes. There does not seem to be any inscriptions or anything.
They made a cubic
That is
zirconia.
fine. I was had a suspicion it might have been evidence of the death of the original
Oh, yeah.
heiress of Daggerford.
No, that's not a bad,
Okay.
not a bad thing to check.
Are we sending Wally down the bending stairs, down the curving stairs?
It's like problem being the party treasure, you gotta take down to pressurize stuff.
Hmm.
Alright, yeah, let's take a look.
Sure.
And that's probably just a passage. I mean, I guess we could go and
Well, there's still enough room here. It's only 5 feet deep, this water, so it doesn't go completely underwater.
okay, so can I just like fly over the water
Yeah,
around
sure.
and
Yep.
go? Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, it
Using,
just leads back to where you came from before.
good to know. Alright, and actually now I'm curious, let's go through this door first, and if this door looks like it goes to where that underwater passage I found was, we won't investigate it, but if not, I'll have Wally go through it.
Is Davian, are you going to assist again?
If Crash deems that we could squeeze for that, absolutely.
I'd probably just say you would use a crowbar for the same effect.
Okay.
Because advantage is as advantage does, kind of thing.
All right.
So
I will get my crowbar and I will force the door open.
I'll just cheer for him. Go, Pietro! You could do it.
No problem, no problem. The door opens without breaking, revealing a 15-foot wide by 20-foot long chamber. There is collapsed stone, an ominous grate in the floor, and narrow but deep channels of sewage. You do see lots of sewage kind of pouring in here from a conduit or, I don't know, aqueducts, I don't know, whatever transports water. You do notice that there is water that sort of passes beneath the wall here.
Is it safe for me to assume that that's probably the passage we found?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Where did this rubble look like it came from? Is there a hole in the roof?
It looks like the walls just kind of caved in a bit. Like, anybody with, gosh, stone cunning, stone mason's tools, engineering, any of that kind of stuff, you could probably learn more.
If the sewers are ancient, I have this.
The sewers are a historical landmark in the Sword Coast, in that some baller-ass adventures happened here way back in the day in the video game Baldur's Gate 2. Yes. Or maybe it was Neverwinter Nights 2, actually. You know what? I'm going to say it was Neverwinter Nights 2. Either way, based on your knowledge of ruins and things like that, this is less from decay and neglect, and more likely caused by seismic activity. Which doesn't make sense, because Daggerford in no way is in a region that should experience any earthquakes.
Have we heard of the when we were in town and there were rumors? The last party that came through here wasn't happened to be called the Sword Saints of Phandalin, were they? They tend to wreak havoc on sewer
definitely
systems.
not.
Okay,
Nope.
okay.
I've heard tale of those adventurers. They have a tendency to destroy sewers, do they not?
Yes. This this definitely seems to be a collapse from some structural damage. And you have noticed some other debris like that as well.
I am going to back away from the area that is clearly susceptible to falling and crumbling apart, and I'm going to head back to the other room.
Does it look like it's blocking an opening, or?
Yeah, so this like opening up here where like the sewage water can like Wally fly over it and like check out what's over there?
Yeah, he could fly kind of up it and around. It leads back towards the surface, essentially. It's like a drain. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, just a quick side note. For some reason, Afra and Willow are the only two whose tokens I can see the health bars for.
Oh.
Everyone else is just
Actually-
a blank slate to me.
So I'm gonna say, incidentally, I think my token is not connected to my character sheet, or it's connected to my old one, because it keeps saying I have 36 HP, and
It
I
says
don't.
Afra new and improved.
Yeah,
Where'd
but I
Wally go?
I
All right,
only
hold
have
on.
36 HP, and it doesn't change.
All right, let me see what I could do.
Interesting.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
All right. I wonder why. Because, all right, technical thing aside, I have fixed your miniature a number of times, so I'm not sure why it keeps reverting to this older
The magic of Roll20.
I know sometimes after you assign the token to the sheet, after you do your token management, if you then remove the token from the sheet and then re-add it after all of the token management has been done, that seems to make it a bit more less.
Yeah, I mean,
shitty.
I'm like I've been re-registering it each time, but I don't know. Weird. Okay. So who can't see whose stuff? Everybody should be able to see everybody's stuff.
I
Do you want
can't
to do
see
this in round robin?
Garuda's health bar.
I can't see Garuda's or
I
Jenna's
can't see
Okay.
Garuda's health.
All right, let me see what I can do about that.
or Pietro's.
Yeah, same. I think it's just those three in particular.
All right.
Yeah, Garuda,
Yeah.
Pietro, and Jenna are the ones I'm blind to. Garuda I
hold
can
on.
see now.
To be fair,
Well, let me
I don't think I
re-register this stuff. There we go. And then Wally. All right. Yeah, because I pulled these fresh from the journal too, so it's not even like I copied and pasted them over. That's weird. Okay. There we go. And let me re-register this one. All right. While I'm doing this, you guys could totes make your plans and et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
Yeah, I think we should go back the way we came and follow the direction we were given.
Yeah, I agree. Unless you want to go the way of the Sturges and clear that area out.
Not really. I kind of.
That leads deeper into the sewers.
It leads south of your location too. So
I think it would be counterproductive to our ultimate goals.
Do you guys not want to check out that passageway?
Oh, I did check it out. It was just came back to where we came.
Oh, okay.
Loops around.
Right. Yeah, I don't really think we have anywhere else to go other than, forward.
Afra, should we switch places so I can better support Davian?
I'm
Or do you wish
actually
to be
thinking
up
maybe
front?
you should get ahead of Davian.
I do not know thieves can't, so
Well, you're only 5 feet ahead of me. If after I spot anything, then
all
we'll
right.
let you know.
You
But it's
see
a straight
something?
line.
Whoa! You see something here? It says to avoid these
Planks?
planks. Yep.
All right, jump the planks, everybody. I'll look at
do we
Afra and
need
make
to
like for
make a
confirmation
check
that
on
I'm
it?
understanding it correct.
No, you guys aren't in combat. You're under no duress. You should be able to
Alright.
jump like a 3-foot gap, no problem.
Before I turn the corner, I would like to give a listen to see if I can try and make anything over the stench that I'm
Sure.
getting.
Yeah, you're getting much more acclimated to it at this point. Yeah, you see another one of those strange rings, those ominous rings that looks like things could be tied off to it. You see the passage turns into a T intersection. It goes right and left. You also see that there is another one of those grates where the water is kind of passing beneath the wall through the grates. That's up here. All right. Afra, between you and Davian, you guys do notice more thieves' cant. Essentially, the thieves' cant has what looks like a crown, and it sort of indicates to get to the crown, you would go left.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Go left, guys.
Yes.
Now, looking down the passageway, Pietro, you do see off to your right that it goes off the map, off into darkness, into another section of the sewers. There is an alcove ahead and to your right, about 25 feet.
All right. So give me 1 second. I've spotted something. An alcove. I want to make sure we are not leaving an enemy at our backs.
Am I supposed to be able to see north of this position, Crash? Is that a grate
Yeah,
that I'm looking through?
Yep, if you look down, you can kind of see the room to the other side of the grate.
Oh, okay,
You
yeah.
do see that there is a door. Just a hint of two doors.
Hmm.
All right. As you turn the corner, Pietro, it just seems to be a collapsed area.
Question.
Hmm.
From this direction, would it be
Yeah.
possible to maybe listen out, see if I hear anything
Yeah, you could do a
weird?
perception check. Yeah. Search action.
Bu- 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 Sorry.
Yeah, you hear the sound of water draining into the area from the north west. You hear the sound of water flowing in this general direction. That's about it.
All right. Cool. Don't hear anything from there, so probably good.
Krish, I'm gonna have Wally fly through this grate and see what's on the other side of it. Could he
Sure.
fit?
He could fit. Yep, he's a tiny creature, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he kind of wedges through and gets to the other side. There are 3 doors here.
Another grate. Gonna go straight through the other one.
All right. Yep,
Using
there's
my
a door there.
action to like see through its senses, obviously.
And there's an ominous grate and another drain.
I have him come back.
Okay.
Lots of doors through that area over there. I don't know why you would design a sewer with so many damn doors.
Fucking Resident Evil.
50% of the game is dungeons. It's in the name. It's in the name.
I mean,
Suggest that we will encounter a dragon down here.
they have to have crossover passages. They need places to store tools. You know, makes sense. Pietro, what's down south here? What are you looking at? Oh,
It was an alcove. I think it may be where there was the structural damage we saw in the other room.
hmm. And is this supposed to be blocked to us, Crash? Because we can't see past these 2 squares.
Where?
Right here.
No, that
Furthest
leads
to the
off
east.
the map into a new area.
Oh no, I don't want to go to the Underdark.
Yeah, that'd be a different section of sewers.
You say that, but every time you take us off the map in a sewer map, it always takes us to the Underdark.
Well, 100% of the time that's true because it's happened one time.
Yep.
That's how statistics can be manipulated for personal
Based on
agendas.
previous
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah.
I'm all about the scientific method. 100% of
Yeah.
the time that this has happened,
Fair.
it has been observed.
So is it possible to kind of like crab walk along the sides of the sewer here? Because the ledge.
Yeah, if you were to leap over to this ledge or this ledge with appropriate acrobatics checks, you could maintain your balance as you sort of tightrope walk across here. Alternately, with a super badass athletics check, you could just fiercely dig your fingers into whatever cracks and crooks and crannies in the wall you could find and fucking Beastmaster wall climb that slimy ass wall. So acrobatics or athletics. Acrobatics will be easier. But yes, there are ways to stay out of the water.
All right, I will tempt fate. I'll ask Garuda if he could move to one side, and I will leap and try to Beastmaster my way
Okay.
through that.
Only the first season with Terry Crews was worth watching. Just throwing it out there. Yeah, you fling yourself across the gap, slam into the wall, and there's an explosion of slime and dirt and stone as you just punch your fingers into the stone and begin kind of climbing across.
God, he's doing that with bare fucking hands as well. Probably. I don't know. Has he got armor on?
All right. There is a door to the south of your location and a drain to the north. You do notice that there is a passage for water to go underneath the wall about 7 feet north of you.
Okay. Just to make it easier for the group, is it possible now that I've got my feet planted properly? Can I kind of like using the pitons and rope I have to bang in like handholds into the little grip
Uh,
holds?
yeah. You could kind of go back and set that up for them if you want.
I would like to do that just to make it easier
Okay.
because shit's in the water, literally.
Yeah. Using the power of climbing equipment, you set up a nice little wall rope for everyone to jump onto and use. That will give
Which
them
I do have,
advantage.
incidentally.
Yeah, that will give them advantage on their athletics or acrobatics to avoid falling into the water.
Interesting.
All right. And
Yes, I wanna.
before they start coming across, I'm going
No.
to check this door, see if there's any. I'm going to listen to see if there's anything on the other side.
Okay. While the rest of you are moving over, Pietro, you do not hear anything beyond the normal on the other side of the store. By normal, I mean the sound of undulating water and the silence of the sewer.
But
Should
Yes, I wanna
should I just
check
kick in the
the
door to
doors
make
in
sure
here.
it's safe, or
Go
I'm
for
saying
it.
this to the.
Okay. Pietro calls over from the other side as you guys are kind of debating what to do about this room to the north. What do you guys decide to do here?
I thought we couldn't get through here. I thought it was like a small grate.
I mean, I could get through.
Wally barely got through.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, as a bird slash tiny creature, he was able to kind of squeeze through.
Avian, do you have a Misty Step? Do you know how to do that?
I do not have Misty Step.
Does anyone have it? That's
I
Saltmarsh?
have Featherfall.
That's not anywhere near it.
I mean, you could jump. I could cast Featherfall on you and then push you so you drift down,
No, I'm
like
saying
Peach
to get.
style.
Like, I could teleport through and just appear on the other side of this grate to check out these doors. I just didn't want
Oh,
to go alone.
we could also throw some ropes there and then have Muscle Man Pietro just pull the grate out.
Is
Yeah,
that
we
a
could
thing?
try that also.
Hey, hey,
Pietro,
hey,
come back
hey,
over here
hey.
real quick.
Okay, I will make my way back over.
All right, you set up this beautiful rope course. You head over, and then you kind of jump across back to everyone else.
Um, we were to tie some ropes on those grates, and everyone, let's all pull on it together and try and rip the grates open.
No,
All
roll a
right,
sleight of hand.
Garuda. Definitely do a sleight of hand for me. I'm also going to need an acrobatics check as you try to balance with your wings and stuff. I will give you advantage because the wings are definitely going to help out with that. Yeah, expert. You get over there, you use your wings to kind of keep yourself from going into the water as you get lower and lower. You tie up an intricate system of knots and then fly back to the others.
What we're doing, making athletics checks to try and pull that down.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right.
Is
Let's see
everyone
what we
rolling,
can do.
or?
Let's do what's her name? The Deborah Ann Wolf, or what's her name from the True Blood? Is that, am I thinking of the right
Suki?
person?
I only know
Yeah.
Suki.
Yeah.
No.
Lafayette.
Wall, Deborah Wall.
Wall. There you go. Yeah. We'll use a combined athletics check to see if you guys all pulling on the rope together can top a predetermined number that I am looking for, to see if you can just yank this shit loose.
Don't worry, guys. We got this.
That was a very
Afro.
a very interesting house rule that was made. All right, Willow, you're trying your best here. Afra, you have strength you never knew coming into play here. Davian, you put in the amount of work that is required to keep your job. Garuda, you try so hard, but Jenna, I'm assuming you're just sort of holding the rope.
Totally the pretty preppy.
I'm totally helping, guys. I got you.
There is the kind of grinding sound, and you hear some of the stone kind of break and crunch. And you do see that 2 of the bars have broken free and bent a bit. It would be dangerous, but you could attempt an acrobatics check to squeeze through the opening you have made. Failure could result in being stuck or impaled on filth-covered rusty bars.
So the bars are there, but they're like one end's pulled free.
Right, yeah, you guys have managed to pull like 2 of the bars free. There's enough room that a medium-sized creature could try to squeeze through, but if you didn't do a good job at squeezing through, it would definitely be a degrees of success failure type situation.
Would you allow me, using my climber's kit, to try and go over there and with, say, like a crowbar, like force the bars?
I mean, if the efforts of 6 people, if the efforts of 6 people, this is the result of the efforts of 6 people and an amazing rope use check is what you've managed to do to this thing. But if you have enough time, right, you could just totally dismantle it. So if you guys are willing to wait, I mean, it'll take some time, but yeah, you could just bust out some tools and start going to town on that thing.
Yeah, I have tinker tools. Can I try to help? Like, I don't know. Like welding?
This is a little.
Yeah, it's a little masonry, wouldn't it?
Yeah, this is definitely
like gears.
This is like
gears
this is like this is like smithing and maybe stonemasonry and smithing. What you're proposing, Garuda, is how the dude dug out of prison in Shawshank Redemption, right? Like
we don't have that much time.
Yeah, you could probably do it with your tinker's tools, but it'll probably be 3 or 4 campaigns from now before you are successul.
I was just saying, I make guns. I imagine like I have some like type of welding tool or something.
I got you. In this particular instance, yeah, it would be a little bit outside of the wheelhouse of tinkering tools. But yeah, if you guys want, it's not like you're on a timer, so if you want to start trying to dismantle it more, you can.
If those guys are gonna,
I would like to try it too, because the prospect of getting impaled on a bad roll is unappetizing.
We have temporary hit points.
Yeah.
That I would like to burn when we eventually face off of another ooze or.
I could make it through.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. I'm pretty confident I can make it through too.
Okay, fine. Davian, you're up.
Don't say that. You are cursing yourself.
You'll be fine.
When I said I was pretty confident I could make it through, Jenna Misty steps to the other side. Like.
All right, is that the intention? Are you gonna Misty step to the other side, or?
Yep.
All right.
Then I'm gonna start investigating the doors here for traps.
Okay. So while Jenna is doing that, is anyone else doing anything?
Acrobatics check through.
I'm gonna try and bend those bars out to.
Who's got the weakest acrobatics check?
Because I don't like getting dirty or stabbed. I have some DM inspiration from a really long time ago.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use that to get through.
All right. So, let's see. A Garuda with a 20, no problem. Afra with a 13, you do make it through, but you do get scraped up on the way through. You take 1 point of damage, but I do need a Constitution saving throw against infection. All right, you think you're gonna be okay. All right. While this is happening and Pietro is pulling on bars, Willow, you've jumped across and you're going that way?
Yeah, these guys want to try and dismantle stuff, so I figured I'd just do something productive with my time and see what's
fair enough.
in this door.
So we'll go round robin here. So let's see what Willow's up to real quick. No problem.
because I don't want to get myself stuck.
I would have shared the fact that I didn't hear anything.
Okay.
That's
and was
if you didn't.
pretty competent.
Okay, I'll Is the door like wedged, like swollen?
Yeah, it's another swolled, but not, it's just stuck. So an athletics check DC 10 is all that's needed to open
I'll attempt to force the door down.
it. Okay. Yeah, no problem.
There we go.
All right. A room is revealed beyond. 15 feet by 20 feet. There is a door on the south wall. A canal of sewage slowly winds its way through this room.
Is it possible to easily leap this gap without?
Oh yeah, it's only like 3 feet across.
Cool. Yeah, and I'll make my way down to this door, and
Okay.
I'll make a perception check, see if I hear anything.
Yeah, while you're doing that, let's see. Back to Jenna. Jenna, what are you doing? You've teleported over to this room.
Yep, I'm investigating the doors in here.
Okay, so this door right here, the first one you came to, go ahead and give me
Yeah.
an investigation check. All right. The first thing you notice is that the door does not have any lichen, mold, or other plant life growing on it. The second thing you notice about the door is it seems in better shape, I guess, than the other doors that you've seen so far.
Okay. Yeah, and then I'm gonna do door right here.
Okay. Yeah, you get the same feeling about the door right here, but this door to the north of you is warded. There is a magical ward on the door.
Oh.
Ooh.
All right, real quick, Garuda, you managed to, with your hollow bones and small overall body frame, squeeze through the bars without any issues and arrive in this room. Afra is right behind you. What are you doing?
Listening for anything? If I'm like
Okay.
hear anything weird that I don't like?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Dick.
Okay. You do, going off passive perception, hear some kind of croaking sounds from the other side of the store. Easily a medium-sized frog or frog-like creature. And you do hear some sounds that they sound a bit like farts, if farts were a language.
You guys hear croaking? I think I hear some croaking.
Creaky boys.
All right. While you're doing that, Afra, you managed to squeeze through. Just a slight cut, nothing to worry about.
I'm kind of just waiting for Jen to figure out where we're going.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm just hanging.
All right, that brings us to Davian.
I'm going to ask PHO if he would like some assistance in getting across the gate.
I would rather not get impaled, so why not?
Okay. All right, you gain a point of bardic inspiration, which I believe is a D6 for you.
D6 at the moment, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then I'll try and jump through the grate.
All right.
I probably would have used this myself. Oh.
Okay. Yeah, you do end up in the water a bit, and you do end up cutting yourself up a little bit. You take 3 points of damage, forcing your way through. Give me a Constitution save.
All right.
Okay. You think you're gonna be all right?
Yay.
Oh, need that D6.
I am stuck in the grate. Oh, there we go.
15.
Okay, 15. So, 15 is definitely enough that you get over there and you start kind of bending and forcing your body through. But this is going to be an acrobatics check to finish up the job. You are basically
Alright.
trying to force your body into positions that it's not normally supposed to be in.
All right.
God.
You can
There we
do
go.
this. Yes, you
All
can.
right, yeah, no problem. It's like Selma Hayek in that one movie with Sean Connery. You just watch the exquisite cat-like motions of Pietro, bending and
Catherine
contorting.
Zeta-Jones.
Oh, Catherine Zeta-Jones, thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah, going through, boom.
I have a new appreciation for Pietro's pants.
Okay, while that is happening, back to you, Willow.
Oh yeah, the guys have all made it through, so I'll try and wrap this up quickly. I
Okay.
rolled a perception check. I fucking hopefully I rolled
Yeah,
an
it seems super safe, super great over here.
Oh man, well I have to roll off of that. My passive wouldn't proc. Nah, probably not. That's fine. I'll just boot the door down.
All right,
What's
athletics
happening?
check.
Damn.
Yep, no problem.
Oh,
You
okay.
reveal another room. This is a large one. Looks like the kind of room you'd fight a boss monster in. It's 15 feet
Get
wide,
out of
30
there!
feet long, with a super ominous grate in the center of the floor. There's an alcove
Get out of there!
to the right, about 20 feet ahead. There is an ominous pool of nearly stagnant slime on the southern wall. It is 10 feet by 15 feet.
And you started to hear some random music playing.
Oh yeah, let me
What
go
do I hear
grab
boss
that
music?
music real quick. Yeah, hold on. Good call, good call.
um, this I don't know if this is gamey or not, but seeing as I'm not trying to listen out for things, is it possible to make another perception check, see if I like see anything like with my eyes?
Sure, sure.
Yeah, that was something.
Yeah, you notice that the water is rippling as if something very large is beneath the surface and has taken notice of you.
Well, sayonara.
Run away!
Yep.
All right.
I mean, I just wanted to see what was there. My job here is done.
Fucking shit, I'm out.
Your job certainly is done. Hold on just a sec, everybody. All right,
Oh wait,
let's
you want me
see.
to stay there or?
Yeah, I got to roll everybody into initiative.
Oh, let me move my booty back on over to that room then.
Oh, fair enough. All right.
Sorry,
Let's
I
see.
didn't want to move before you would.
Oh,
if
no
you would do
worries.
like that.
Let's see.
I do have a weird plan to maybe get through those bars with some magic and finagling.
Okay. So I'm gonna
We're
have
not
everyone rolls into initiative.
Or
Two
I
boss
could
fights.
Oh, separate fights.
Yeah, dude, you kind of want to stick with the party or shit like this, Seven.
Girls are like, why do I hear boss music? Why do I hear more bigger boss music?
I'm too curious. I like getting into this is. How do you
All
think
right,
I got
everybody
a
rolled
riot
in.
build? I'll do
All
it
right,
again.
Jenna, the hair on the back of your neck stands up as your blood begins to pump slower, and you realize you are in combat.
Oh, I don't know what I'm in combat with, so I'm gonna just keep doing what I was doing
All right.
and investigate this door right here.
All right. Give me a search action. That door appears to be stuck and has an alarm spell on it.
No one touch any doors. I need a moment.
All right. Garuda, you're up.
Pull out my guns and do a party check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, where's Willow at? Was there supposed to be 6 of us?
She's watching our back.
Oh, okay. No, that was it. Being perceptive and being vigilant and making sure everybody's okay. if I need to shoot anything that comes, but that's it. I ain't got nothing else.
All right. Fair, fair. Okay, as Garuda's turn ends, you see something rise up out of the water. It appears to be a small gargoyle made entirely of mud.
Ooh. Interesting.
Is this us seeing this or Willow seeing this?
This is those of you who are in the room with the doors.
Question.
Oh yeah, there it
Oh.
is. Popped it up.
Oh, okay. It's cute.
There's
Yeah.
little viewing tokens.
Quit falling in love with things, Afra.
I
What was
just
the
said it
what
was
was the
cute.
question there, Willow?
There's like little viewing tokens, yeah. Is there a chance I could like just see what's going on with the other group?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. That's fine.
Yeah. I just don't know how because I know it says like whatever the fuck this is following me around.
Oh, that's the little camera monkey. That's a camera monkey, so the streamers can see it.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, you're not in any danger. That monkey is a friend. It's in the union.
Just
so.
don't look at it. Never look into the camera.
All right, I'll put a little tiny willow. All right, there you go. All right. This creature appears. It appears to be a small humanoid gargoyle with a long carrot-shaped nose. The entire thing is made of mud, so think what 90s Batman animated series Clayface, I guess. Kind of that always moving mud appearance. Yeah. You'd imagine that when remaining motionless, this creature would be completely indistinguishable from an ordinary mound of mud. Anyways, as it appears, yeah, it will fly over to Afra and vomit all over her.
Oh.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. And for the record, I did scarf one of my antitoxins.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough.
A dexterity, okay?
Yep.
Ooh.
Ooh, alright. An 11 does not pass. You are covered from head to toe in mud, which quickly hardens. You are restrained. Alright, that is the creature's turn. Let's see. Garuda, you notice some mud oozing from underneath the door that you are next to. As it kind of blurps out into the room with you, it immediately vomits all over you. Give me a dexterity saving throw. Yeah, you are able to avoid it. It sort of splatters all against the wall instead. That is the creature's turn. Jenna, same deal. One rises up out of the water, begins flying, and tries to barf all over you. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw. You are restrained as you are encased in mud.
Okay.
All right. That brings us to Willow. Yeah, Willow, you've been adventuring for 8 levels. You feel your blood begin to beat through your veins slower. Time slowing down. Your perception heightening. Music playing. All right, here you go. Oh no, you're about to be level 8. It's happening.
Okay.
You're technically, if you leveled up like a video game, I'm pretty sure you would have leveled up from the slimes alone. But yeah.
Sorry, thunder. Speaking of which, I for sure know that there's something in that pool, right?
Oh yeah, there's something in that pool. Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Well, nothing to do but anger what's inside of that. I will.
Hype.
How much more damage does it do per level? So if I get that at level 4, that'd be 5d8. But I do kind of want to make sure I have freedom of movement kept, just in case. I will, at 3rd level, cast a Shatter right into that pool, and I will use my Channel Divinity to max out damage there.
Okay.
So, pop it out there. So can I get, what is it, 30-foot radius? Or, no, 10-foot radius sphere. I'll just try and I can't see into the water, can I?
Right, but if you do it like the surface of the water, it'll go down into the water. Yeah, I got you.
Cool. And it will take 4d8, so that'll be 32 points of thunder damage. And can I get a Constitution save, please?
You can. The creature will attempt a Constitution save.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it fails. Yeah.
And is it is the creature made of stone, crystal, or metal? I'm going to guess no.
It is made of muscles and a disease.
Nope. Nope.
Very interesting indeed.
Yeah.
But I imagine like the shatter spell would like.
In fact, as you shatter it, the creature rises up out of the slime and water, revealing itself to you.
Hello there.
It is a horrible hybrid of every other alien in Star Wars, every other creature in a hentai comic, a hippopotamus, and a crocodile.
It's a George Lucas monster.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure. It has 3 long tentacles, 2 end in serrated pads, 1 ends in 3 bulbous eyeballs. Its body is dominated by a massive Pac-Man frog-like mouth full of alligator teeth. Don't worry, it has legs, so it can chase you.
How does it look after getting blasted with just
It looks
sound?
super pissed off.
Interesting.
And the damage from that was how much?
32.
32, yeah. It is super pissed off.
Interesting. Well, as a bonus action, if possible, may I chug an antitoxin?
I believe that is using an item, so it would still be an action to take the antitoxin.
Oh, that's right. I just assumed it would be like a potion. That's okay. Well, just gonna, you know.
Maybe leave? Okay, sure. Yeah.
Can I catch?
Seeing that measurement arrow, it's like, oh.
All right, so you're gonna leave?
Well, I'm going to like, you know,
back away.
Run.
I feel like. Do you know what's interesting and what I may have realized is being near bodies of water that lead to that chamber where it might just be able to put its tentacles in regardless of where I am.
We'll see.
Stop giving him ideas!
They would need some long ass tentacles for that. Don't worry, you need some long ass tentacles.
We lost the
Alright, so
hentai.
you head through and you just kind of step back over the ledge here. Keeping in mind that the stones near the water are going to be difficult terrain unless you acrobatics check, because they are slippery.
I don't mind moving through difficult terrain to do it safely.
Okay, then yeah, just treat it as difficult terrain.
Yeah. I just want to make sure I keep that bugger in sight.
Oh, it's in sight. In fact, it's that creature's initiative. All right. It uses its tentacle arms and its legs to pull itself up to the land. It lets out a ferocious roar, and it's going to begin trying to follow you. All right. It is going to have to squeeze to get through the door, so it's going to be stuck in the doorway. It will use a dash action then to finish getting through the door, which will leave it right there. You are now in melee with the creature.
Oh, that was quick.
All right, but that is its turn. All right, over here, you hear some farty sounds coming from beyond the door, Garuda, and you hear the croaking sounds intensify. All right, you hear a splash, and you hear footfalls, as if someone is wearing flippers on their feet. Some flip flop, kind of sounds. And let's see. Yeah, that'll work. You see the door open. Whoa. Roll20 just lost its mind. Cool, cool, cool. All right. You see the door open. No one is there.
Great.
Pietro, you're up.
I'm going to bonus action rage.
Okay.
Why not? I'm gonna step onto these planks here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to attack the one to my left.
All right.
There. We're gonna hit it with the scimitar, +1 scimitar twice. We'll try this. Does it 11 hit?
Does an 11 hit one of the strongest monsters in Dungeons and Dragons?
Oh, wait,
that is
hold on. What am I doing? Let me burn a. Forgetting about my dang superiority die. Let me burn one of those.
Okay.
D8.
Oh, precision attack.
Yeah.
All right.
I haven't fought this guy in a minute.
All right.
I'm forgetting my stuff. There we go. 19.
Oh, 19 points of damage. Or sorry, 19 to hit. 19 definitely hits. Definitely hits. It takes 11 points of damage.
Yeah.
And you see mud just kind of frick from the blade as you attack it.
Do I get the sense that it did proper damage, or is it?
Oh,
not
it took
having an effect
it
like
took the
is?
damage. It took the damage.
All right. All right. We're gonna follow that up with an extra attack.
All right.
Let's use another superiority die. 17.
17 hits.
All right. 17 for 8.
All right, 8 more damage. It is bloodied.
All right. Let's burn an action insert.
Okay.
All right, so I can attack twice more. So let's keep hitting it with the with the 18 for 10.
Okay. That will finish it off. The creature just melts back into mud.
And then I will use my last remaining attack on the one over here to my right.
Okay.
Does Afra's mud go away?
And I'm going to
no, the
burn
mud
another
is
superiority
the
die.
mud is her mud now.
Does a 16 hit?
16 hits.
All right. For 9.
All right.
I cleaned that off armor.
The smell is still there. Let's be honest. The smell just gonna
No,
linger.
it's no.
Take time to get it
Magic we're
perfumed.
talking about. It
I
smells
mean,
like
honestly, everything smells like it down here, except for you because you are sticking magic up your sinuses. But for everybody else, it's hard to tell where the stink stops and starts. Anything else for Pietro?
All right. No, I have blown my wad.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna move here.
An
at the risk
awkward thing to say with 2 of our party members covered from head to toe in sticky, dried substance, but sure.
Phrasing. I will rephrase that. I have used the majority of my action economy, but I will move here to give Davian a chance to get in on the mix, and I will provoke an opportunity attack.
Oh, you certainly will. This creature is going to lash out at you, and it's going to try and punch you.
Okay.
That is surprisingly on brand for a Mephit. Let's see. As it tries to punch you, yeah, its hand just explodes. As it tries to resculpt its new hand, this distraction is going to penalize its AC by 1 until it gets it all sorted out. Okay. And that was its opportunity attack.
All right, I'm all done.
All right. Okay, that brings us to Afra.
What?
Wait, we skipped Davian.
Oh, Davian, my bad.
Sorry, what door did you say opened and there's nothing there?
This one? That's...
That one there? Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna step over to here. Okay, now I can see that the door is open. And I am...
Here, I'll put a little stamp over it, so... Oh, nope, that's horrible.
Oh,
God.
I see.
It's just
Nobody
getting
seems to have
worse.
cast it in this game yet. There's a solid block of granite in front of me
I'm
all of a
trying
sudden.
so hard to make this nice for you. Okay, keep going.
What the hell?
I wanna cover the door so he's not as confused. There you go. All right.
There we go. All right. I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire.
Okay.
And so I need a 20-foot cube originating. I can kind of see here, so I'd like center it there so that it covers just the room and not outside of the room.
Oh, that's
Whoa.
too big. That's a 30-foot cube. My bad. I don't know if I have a 20-foot cube. I thought I did.
You know, in your token thing you shared with us, I'm almost certain there's a Fairy Fire one, but I noticed it's not in this game.
Oh,
Web
weird.
is a 20-foot cube, isn't it?
Yeah. We'll use web, I guess. All right. There you go.
And
All right.
yeah,
Is
just
that where
like
you want
so. Yeah,
Okay.
so it's not a high DC. It's a spell save DC of 14 Dexterity
Mhm.
saving throw. Anything that happens to be that in that area,
Alright.
if it fails that save.
This creature has magic resistance, so okay.
What creature? I mean, we don't see any. Oh, yes, we do see it.
All right. What appears outlined in the glow of your fairy fire could easily be described as a toad demon.
Oh.
And let me see if this little mephit makes it or not. It has nothing good in its life. It also fails. All right.
Does me fit inside of that room too?
Yes.
Ooh. Okay, so they're fairy fired. Unfortunately, that was my action.
I'll just add this thing to where you could see it. There you go.
And
Oh.
Yeah.
it looks strangely intelligent.
Oh.
Okay, that's all Davian can really get up to.
There you go.
Time.
All right, fair enough. Jenna, top of the round. I did promise my daughter I would help her make lasagna and hide eggs around our apartment because that's the reality we live in now. You have an egg hunt in your apartment. Do you guys want to do one more round, or do you want to leave off here in the midst
Wait,
of
I
this?
didn't get to take my turn.
Oh right, Afra, finish this up. Sorry, I got one count. I got one count ahead of me when Pietro kept taking those extra turns there with this fighter stuff. So yeah, what are you gonna do before we finish up then?
Well, how can I break out of my restraints?
At the end of your turn, you get a new saving throw.
Oh, okay. So I'm restrained, but that guy I have advantage on that guy.
Correct.
Yeah. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cast Shadow Blade as a bonus action.
Okay.
And I'm gonna wait. Measure. Hang on. 20 foot. Yes. I'll throw it.
All right. You gonna throw it at him?
Yep.
Okay.
Ugh.
All right. Yeah, it just sort of against the wall over here.
God, that would have been such nice damage.
It would have been cool too.
All right. You may attempt a new dexterity save to see if you can free yourself from the mud that has dried around you.
Do I have disadvantage on it now? Because I'm restrained.
Does it give you disadvantage to saves? I think it's only
I think restrained
Okay.
does.
Restrained is
It's like 0 movement speed.
disadvantage on deck
attacks.
saves.
Oh yeah, so you would be at disadvantage to escape from it. Hype.
That's not. Meh.
Yeah, that's a. You are restrained.
A 10 is not enough to meet the insanely high difficulty of the Mephit's Mud Breath attack. You are still
an 11.
restrained.
Is it a DC 11?
It is a DC 11. All right. All right. So, top of the round. Do you guys want to go one more round, or do you want to stop here and we'll just continue this next week?
I'd be good with holding
Or one more.
Yeah, I'll be down
Or
with holding
something
here.
sign off this.
I mean, if you're offering, we'll take it.
I mean,
All right,
I got
do-
another
let's do one-
game to join in.
Oh, all right. I don't want you to miss your other game then. All right. Let's go ahead. We will stop here and we'll continue next Sunday. In the midst of this double boss fight.
But
Here's the thing.
All right.
I think I actually have a good way to deal with this. I have freedom of movement. I can really, like, you know, be a wily gal.
Okay, so we will continue this next time. You take it as a good sign that you are close to a succubus's lair, that you found a fiendish creature. That's definitely a good sign. Now, not to say that these sewers haven't had their fair share of fiends down here, but this does sort of harken that you are on the right track. All right.
Place out.
So, I hope everybody continues to stay healthy, stay safe, stuff. Enjoy your day that is special to some people, but not to others. Doing whatever it is you want to do.
Right.
And I will catch you guys on Discord.
Later, dudes.
All right.
Bye.
Cheers, everybody.